I'm gonna try something. Give me like 2 seconds here. I'm gonna try something. Also, hello, Shoe Cream. Yeah, I need to undeafen it quickly, cause Sauce. I'm in the VC with Sauce right now, but I'm trying to do a thing. I'm trying to do a thing where I have the music playing. I know how to set it up. I'm just really stupid right now. Give me a second. Oh my God, Mimo, you're green. I have to close stage. Yeah, no way. I also was about to accidentally do that. Give me a sec. Oh, there you go. Let me see if I can hear it though. Can I hear it? My side. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, my PC already burning up. That's crazy. Why? I didn't know it was that crazy. Oh, perfect. My bad for that Shoe Cream. I forgot how loud it was gonna be. I switched my thing to another thing, so if I unmute right now, give me a second. Hello? Oh damn, I can't hear anything. Oh no, this is bad. Oh boy. I think I messed up. Yo, I think I messed up. Oh, congrats, Tokyo, you're graduating. Oh man, I messed up my entire settings screen. Give me a sec, guys, yours. Okay. Selection.
Hello. We can hear you.
What the? I'm deafened. How'd you hear me? That's it, I'm turning my webcam. Okay. I gotta go advertise the stream. Give me a second. I'm gonna put some hashtag love live. Hashtag Ikizu live. Absolutely. Yeah, no, don't worry. We got this. We got this. It can be a little bit scuffed. It's okay if it's a little bit scuffed. Okay, maybe it's a little bit. It's okay. We scuffed together. If for some reason it's not taking my mic, it's very helpful. All right, let me try this. Let me try this. Hello. Let me play music. Okay, music is playing fine. Now, real question is if I can. Okay, let me unmute. Hello. Dang it! Why can't I hear anyone? It's really sad. I think I broke my mic. Damn it. We make the train. You'll probably make the train. Okay, Secretsauce. Give me like 2 damn seconds here. Give me 2 damn seconds here. Okay, you know what? Just give me like 2 seconds here, alright? Why is my input the fucking Logitech camera? That's not my input camera. Okay, screw it. Whatever. I'll set back to regular. This might actually record something. Oh, hey, hello. That's true, that is true. Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I can hear everyone now. Okay. My bad. Well, let me actually dispatch it.
So I made popcorn because I thought it'd be quieter than chips, and it's still picking up.
I'm sorry. Type shit.
I'm gonna be flipping my hardware switch on and off a lot.
Okay, I muted myself on Discord, but to anyone who is watching this stream currently, this is gonna be a very special stream. This stream is unfortunately not gonna have too much chat interaction except for Q&A and respond to your comments. This stream,
I wonder who we're waiting for.
This stream is going to be a collaboration with the Ikizu Live Love High School fan community Discord in discussing the 1-year anniversary of Bluebird. Bluebird's gone through a lot, and I don't know if many of you guys have been caught up with the series, but it's
Oh,
gonna
is
be.
bro in the room? Okay.
Oh yeah,
There's too many
oh yeah,
names.
Nishiki knows.
Wait, that's not the right button.
So I do apologize if this stream is gonna be just a stream. Like think of it like a
I
podcast,
got the
everyone
right button.
talking and all
That's
that
right.
jazz. It's okay. We'll do our best to catch you up.
Dude was rushing me on, and then I couldn't even speak. Like
How long were you waiting?
30 seconds, but still.
Bro, that was literally less than a minute.
Yeah, I can't click on your name until you get here.
I was here longer. I was sitting here for a little bit.
Listen, there's a lot on my screen right now.
Oh, this works. Oh, it works.
Oh my god, Noodle's working on Discord too.
I did. I got the virtual camera work. Unfortunately, you get to witness my chat.
Wait, let me see if I can also virtual
We get
camera.
double. We got double me now. Hope I don't dox myself. Give me a second. I need to take some precautions. This would be really embarrassing to do in the actual professional stream. And I gotta.
Hi, Memo. Oh, it's me.
How do I? I'm on screen pog. Why is there it's just two me's?
Oh, this sucks. I can't turn on my camera.
Is it the same issue that I was having where I can't like two places at once type stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And since I use
Use the TikTok
since I
studio,
use
right? The TikTok studio.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Oof, that sucks. I guess if you guys want to see my handsome face, you gotta follow me at Nishikino on TikTok.
You're telling me I have to go to TikTok just to see your beautiful face, bro? That's a really big
you
compliment.
might
That's a
have-
really big compliment.
Well, you know what? I might be able to work something out. Give me a sec.
Alright.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, don't worry. Give
me a
us here,
sec.
Tokyo. Give us here. We got a lot of people. We got Hoshino here. We got Drug Free Romance. Hello, Drug. And also Blue May
Alright,
Gipsu.
I'm trying to keep your chat up at the same time.
To celebrate 1 year. This is like the one time I actually use Instagram.
Oh, you're multi-streaming on Instagram?
No,
I
I'm just
tried.
advertising my stream. I'm not doing all that, dude. No, I'm never streaming on Instagram.
Oh, you're so right. I should advertise the stream. All right, let me see.
You got me effed up if you think I'm gonna be streaming on Instagram.
Oh, no, Miracle, stop, Miracle, stop. Okay.
Why there's so much Midori? What the nut? Where's the chat?
All right.
Oh my god, there's a chat. There's a chat. 1 year, Bluebird, yes. Okay.
Okay, I think I might.
Congrats on making it to the train, Shoe Cream.
Business. Give me one
We're
second.
gonna be talking about Bluebird in a little bit, but hopefully you do something good today.
I love being big brain.
Oh my
Period.
god.
All right.
Hello. Oh my goodness, we got the whole gang here.
We got the gang here. All right, let me restart
it.
my stream. Let me restart my stream and then we'll be fine.
To be completely honest, I don't even have a camera that I could connect.
It's okay.
You're not gonna catch me on mobile, so
No, do the thing where someone brings in an alt account of their own to like stream it just to get their face in, just like that one.
too much work.
Twitch work. Okay, no, I understand that. I don't have my link to my Twitch. This is really unfortunate.
That's why I swapped to the Shion profile picture. I'm being mysterious.
Let's try to aura farm. Oh my god, is that Alex? Hi, Alex. Oh wait, Alex Star, you're green for an amazing reason. Just want to say that.
No plastic and no carbon.
Okay, I'm actually gonna disable my streamer mode because for some reason, Nishikino, remember the one time I was able to pop out your user?
Yeah.
For some reason, I'm not able to do that. Maybe it's because we're on the
Oh,
server.
F.
F.
Okay. Let's also advertise. All right, kind of doxed myself. I need to take a better picture.
I kind of doxed my dude. You did not know, bro. One time I searched up ice cream, they showed my entire zip code.
Bro, what?
How does that even happen?
No, it does. Like, would you like to find some ice cream place near your exact location? It just says my entire fucking.
Oh.
Yeah.
That happens to me.
I was trying to search up Love Life ice cream. I just searched up ice cream. We're currently just waiting to advertise all of our streams right now, Shoe Cream, before we start talking about the Bluebirds crate discussion. This is not.
12 people in the Discord besides us speaking. Big ups.
This is not Bluebird in the slightest, but I got rep.
Just like
Please not come to my house.
your camera and say you're Midori pilled.
It's gonna be very funny once we start all showing our merch.
Oh, we're starting?
No. I'm just saying. No, it's gonna be so.
Because I don't know if you guys see my wonderful spread. My wonderful spread of merch. I spent 30 minutes setting up, and it's not even all of it. Actually, I realized I'm like, oh crap, I'm missing some stuff. But I think it's a decent amount.
Yet, 'cause my friend has my Hanabi plush, and the other one's pre-ordered by my bye.
Where isn't? Can I pop it out? Hello.
Thank you.
Ah, perfect. There you go.
Yeah, the stage channel might work differently than a VC.
Yeah. I can only pop out like this part. It works out.
Oh shit. Okay, this is fine.
I'm gonna put on.
You're gonna play some music?
Oh wait. I think I can. Yeah. The button was grayed out for a second. Just gonna be really low volume so it doesn't distract me, but just in case people want some background noise.
I would love some background noise. I have you muted. Okay.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to the live, Riptide. Oh, so let me mute.
Okay. 2 noodles. I can't hear anything. This is so bad.
He's making content. Let him cook.
I know. I'm a lump cook. I'm a lump cook.
I forgot you guys could see my camera.
Nah, hello.
I do the. You know, I talk to my chat. I gotta talk to my chat. You know.
No, we respect it.
Where is there like a stage chat?
I wish, Shoe Cream. I wish.
I intend on reading the ones or the chat that we've been using all week for stuff.
Okay.
We just have me right here. It's okay.
There is
it's okay.
one built in, but I find
Shoe
it
Cream.
hard
Once we start making clones, that's why I can start actually streaming a lot more. I can have one clone for video content and one clone for streaming.
All right.
Okay, so I actually can't.
This is the Bluebird content creator discussion. Thank you, Noodle Girl, Nishikino-kun, and Star Kusanale for joining me tonight.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay!
Sorry, I like this song. I'm getting it.
I can't hear it for some reason. Oh, I can hear it now.
How did you?
I just turned that shit off. For the record, how PG are we making this sauce? Or is there any barriers?
I don't care. Whatever will not get you guys in trouble.
I know we'll get someone in trouble, but
We're gonna say they unalived the tweets.
okay. Like the Cartoon Network, like the regular show exploding thing, you know, Happy?
Exactly. So much like Ikizu Live itself.
We're not doing an R8 stream thing.
With no plan.
Wait, seriously?
I've got a couple ideas to at least stay on track, but I mean, first and foremost, you know, we're gonna talk about what they've done so far, you know, what we expect them to do moving forward, what we'd like them to do.
We're gonna kill Sauce, don't worry. Shoot cream, we're gonna kill someone. We're gonna kill
dislike,
someone this stream.
stuff
It's
like
gonna be
that.
so exciting. I'm gonna feel so exhilarated for the first time in my life.
Start with a retrospective. We might as well talk about the part of the project that doesn't exist anymore, which is the
Wait, can I have like I have 1 minute? My audio on my stream isn't working, so they can't hear me.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
I think.
Take your time.
Yeah.
Think about what we just discussed and plan out your next thoughts.
Honestly, I'm surprised you were gonna talk about the tweets first, Sauce. Not gonna lie.
I got a nice segue with that.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I thought you were just gonna talk about, you know, the start.
Yeah, I mean technically that was the first.
Oh no, I mean like, like the teaser and stuff like that. You know, the build up to it.
Yeah, no, we can.
Okay, okay, just make sure. Good luck on transferring train, Shoe Cream. The one time I had to transfer flights and planes, which is like one of the most terrifying things to do. I was stuck in Chicago, man. I'll always keep saying it, but I was stuck in Chicago. It was really, I don't like that. Actually, no, maybe I should have my clone up here. Yeah, I'll just have my clone up here, just for you guys to see. Cause I don't like how my hair is reversed over here.
Does that face look like it's working?
What's up? Sauce, you're the expert on this. Do you know when the book based on the tweets coming out or something like that? The adaptation?
I don't think we have a time frame. I think the book and the comic both just say 2026.
Got you.
Which I mean, hey.
I mean, we're already halfway through the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say like you got a 60% of the year left, so narrows it down.
Who are these people? Tony, Alice, Tess Evergreen. Ooh, Pato. Alex, the fuck?
I was gonna say, is that Hasu Alex? That just
I was gonna say that, huh? I mean, that's also Alex.
I don't know if you're in a stream or if I should probably
Yeah.
see who's in our audience here on Discord.
I don't know if we want to start because now I got tech difficulties.
Is it just the audio
on
thing?
my stream. Yeah, so like it's picking up my mic, but it's not picking up
Us?
you guys. Yeah, for whatever reason, it's saying no audio source. I've never had that issue with TikTok before.
Is it because maybe you're on Discord first? Or is it like, did you go on Discord
I'm
first, then your
literally
TikTok
never had
video?
issues.
Well, we talked on Tuesday and it worked, right?
Yeah, we talked on we talked on Tuesday and it worked. Like the exact setup I have, so I don't know.
Maybe it's just the stage format being weird.
I was gonna say.
That would be so.
You know what? I did not test if it was like picking up Chrome, so it could have been the Sage.
If we need to hop to a regular voice channel, we can, but I find it very odd if that's the problem.
We can start, and I'll just get my stream up when it gets up. They're gonna have to. I don't want to hold us up. I know the Europeans are staying up late.
What time is it for the Europeans again?
It's like past midnight.
Oh, like 1
For
a.m.?
me, it's just midnight.
12:16.
12:16.
Alright.
Yeah, for Eastern Europe, it's an hour later.
Yeah. 1:16 BST, 1:16 ECSDT.
Yep. Let me.
Yeah, we can ease into it though, like you said.
No,
We're
alright.
talking about.
Is Nishikina gone? Oh wait, no man, you glitched out for a second.
It's okay, guys. We're gonna power through. It's okay. We're gonna be Genki today, even with the tech difficulties. We're gonna make this work.
Like what Sauce said, like what Sauce says, we're gonna improvise.
We're gonna improvise, alright? We're gonna pull a Hasu, you know, get the audio equipment right before the show, you know.
Exactly.
Star, you and I have the exact same ideas.
I know this is me. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what you mean.
That's my.
I don't know. Username, I do not know. It's Albert again. Albert, please. Please. Stop spamming, please.
Be safe, Shoe Cream. That's so far.
Do you want to try jumping to a regular voice chat just to make sure that's?
Yeah, I'm
not-
gonna try and turn off my camera and see if that helps.
Okay, okay.
But
Shoe Cream, please take care of yourself. The only time I went that far for a movie theater was going to Seattle to watch Chainsaw Man in 40x, where the chairs start moving and shit. That's the only time I went to a movie theater
again,
that far away.
we can just start. I'll catch up my chat when they catch up. Like it's fine. It's fine. We can start.
You should send him over here.
That's true. That's true.
I did used to have the link, like sticky to the top of my chat for a while.
All right. Well, let's start with a little underhand pitch. Asia tour. First reveal of Ikizu Live. What did that get you all thinking about?
Do you want to go first, Star, or?
Sure. I think when they first showed the teaser,
Wait. We're just gonna hop into this. We're not gonna like do an introduction.
Oh crap! Like who we are?
Yeah, like y'all are just
Remember
get this shit wet. First, we gotta get this shit wet.
We kind of did.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa.
Take a big pause for your tech issue.
Look, we didn't really. I didn't say who I am. Yeah, like
Oh, you want to do like a self intro? Okay.
I think
Include
we
your
all
include your
should.
Oshi.
Oh.
I think Noodle. You wanna go first?
No, I think Sauce can go first, since Sauce is the one in the Discord.
True.
Yeah.
You're the reason it's here.
Well, for those of you who don't know me, Secretsauce 42.
We're all cool people,
Love Live
all of
deeply,
us.
really, but I did create the Ikizu Live community just so that there was a space for them on Discord. Kami Oshi, Nico Yuzawa, easy. But for Bluebird, it's Aurora.
Hello, Steve.
Next up.
Yay. Nishikino Noodle.
What? Oh my god.
Okay, oh, wait,
Yo,
okay,
what's
wait,
up,
dude,
everybody? Hey, wait, stop. I'm gonna just. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Nishikino-kun, and I am a TikTok creator. If I can get the TikTok app to work, and I've been into Ikizu since the first live, so I am a noob when it comes to them, but I have a lot of expertise because I'm super passionate about them. My Kami Oshi is, as you might guess, Nishikino-kun, Mak Nishikino. That's my girl. We got the same birthday, so you know, whatever. But my Love Live Bluebird Oshi is my girl, Hanabi. I love her so much. So yeah, and then secondary is Akira. But I really like all the girls. Super excited to be here talking to you guys. All right, hot potato. Pass. Come on.
Noodle,
Wait, so-
you go.
Okay. Hello, my name is Noodle Girl. I'm primarily a content creator on YouTube that makes Love Life content around the 2020s, but I really started getting into it more in 2024. I stream on Twitch, and I'm on TikTok and Instagram. I love Love Life. I have a ton of Oshis, but I think I'll settle on the entire Rebirth cast, actually. Shirorika Mifune, Mia Taylor, and my Oshi for Bluebird is probably Shion or Mai. Nerds.
Yo, but Loki, why don't you have a Shion or my role in the Discord then?
Oh.
I've been seeing all these content creators not give themselves roles, and I'm like, what?
That's crazy, Noodle.
Hot potato up for you.
Okay. Hi, I'm Star Kusanali. I mostly post on Twitter, and I post on TikTok.
You might want to DM
occasionally,
Secret
and
Sauce
I'm
for
in
that
Star
shoe
Stream
cream
pretty
if you're being
soon.
serious about the
I've been
first two serial
a Love
codes.
Live fan since like 2019 now. I think I started with the Aqua movie, and I guess my Oshi, my Kami Oshi, is definitely Margareta. If you didn't know that already, somehow. But my Ikizu Live Oshi is definitely Hanabi. I have 2 of her plushies on the way, and I'm really excited to talk here with everyone. I think Panther said she was a Love Live fan. Exactly. Stream girl.
Right.
Someone's really happy with Layla. Hi, Looney.
Talk about how
Yay.
you
Hi,
had like
Looney.
a grade school like "Don't pick me next" type beat going on.
Yeah, you're the teacher, Secret Sauce. You're gonna be like, who's not raising their hand? Hey, Nishikino-kun, why don't you stand up real quickly?
Look, unlike you two, for whatever reason, I'm not afraid to talk. Like I don't get how we're content creators and afraid to talk. I was just distracted trying to get my stream.
Should I also maybe potentially start streaming on TikTok as well? It's like the double one, or no? If anything happens.
Nah, because we're already recording this, right?
Yeah, but like, just like I can record and like I can multi-record and stream at the same time, just different points.
Dude, it'll be fine.
Okay, I just want
mean,
to make sure we're getting covering all bases.
Yeah, I mean,
We're not
I linked
streaming
it
on
because
Twitter.
I didn't know if you were or not, but
We're not streaming on Twitter, so.
if you went there and just saw it's not up, they probably just picked another link, so it's fine. I didn't know about the Instagram stream either. Yeah, I wasn't aware.
I should be checking chat. My apologies.
Yeah, I saw Shoe Cream offer me 60.
Yeah. I was gonna say she probably DM'd me about that. I was like,
you can just join the Discord. That's,
join the
that's enough
Discord.
for
Yes,
me.
you can join the Discord.
We're gonna call
Sauce.
Noodle a LARPer later, so you want to be there for
Oh,
that.
What the fuck? Dog. Okay, listen. No. I still need to scroll from the. I just need to scroll from the chat just to see the 0 points, cause I should. Sauce Sensei. What are we talking about next?
Let's do what we were gonna do first. The initial reveal, and what was going through your head when you saw that.
Okay.
The initial reveal is the poster, right?
Yeah, the teaser poster.
Yeah,
Tour,
Asia
yeah.
Tour, just like the image reveal.
Opoka looking depressed, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So for clarity, I was in the Love Live community, but I wasn't super active in the fandom at the time, so I did see it. I think my first response was some shit like, I was like, "Yo, what did they do to these girls? Like, what did they do to her?" I was like, "What? Why is she like?" Why are you sad? Like, that was my first response. I was like, dang, like Love Live is getting depressed. Like, what's going on? But I personally didn't think too hard about it beyond that. I was just like, we'll figure it out when we figure it out, you know? I didn't feel like we could figure out the plot line off of that one image.
Me too,
but I
Looney.
think
Me
it was
too,
a
Looney.
It was a good intro, for sure.
For me, I was very like, I didn't expect to reveal the new group at all. And I think on Twitter at the moment it came out, everyone was like, oh, they're just copying Abi Mujika and Mygo or whatever. I was like, no, this is the time. They're finally gonna get what's popular. We're finally doing something. But it was just so interesting seeing everyone's fan theories and all that. And people were already trying to go and like trying to do a Love Live pilgrimage to wherever Poka was in the screen image. It was really cool. I didn't know what to really expect because I waited for what felt like years between that and that next update. But I was so excited because it was just something new and very fresh
Thank you,
compared
Shio.
to what we had before. Also very sudden too.
Yeah,
So-
I definitely think
oh.
that. Oh no, go ahead.
No, you go first. No, you go first. I don't like interrupting people.
I was just gonna say that it really was like a lot to go off of with that one image, just because it had like that darker tone to it. And I know everyone jokes like, "Oh, that's not what happened at all. It just turns out she was really dumb." But they're shoving like or sneaking in like little bits of that serious undertone, which is nice to see. And I think I'm sure a lot of people already know what Yukari's manga chapter is about, but that's going to be out in English soon, and it's going to reiterate that like there's these depressing moments in the series.
Well, I mean, okay, I'm not Japanese, obviously, clearly, guys, I'm not Japanese, but you know, I am Filipino. No, I'm just kidding.
Dog.
But I did.
Dog.
Did we lose him?
We lose this kid out.
The Filipinos got
Strike me down if I'm lying. Oh god, I think we lost them, bro. I think we lost them.
the Filipinos were like, no. Do not claim.
Did,
Not
did,
relying
did
on
you
our
lose me? Did you lose me?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right
I
up-
gotta get a water cooler for this freaking PC. The West Coast heat is not good for it. That's the issue. Anyways, so what I was saying was
They banned
in-
comedy on TikTok, so they took him down.
bro, so true. So what I was saying though is like in Asia though, it's like a big deal if you don't get into high school. Like that's not like in America or in the West, you know, if you don't test into your high school, you're like, oh, there's a neighborhood high school,
Hey, cool guy.
you know, I can go to,
Hey,
and
cool guy.
that's cool.
Most of
But,
us are on
like,
Twitch and the Discord.
I feel like the tone around it from like what
I'm
I've
just multi-streaming.
researched and stuff like that in Asia is that like that's a lot bigger of a deal over there to have failed your high school entrance exams than like you would think coming from the West. So even the idea of like Polka failing to get into high school and having to go to an online high school, we laugh at it because we're like, oh, you're dumb at math, but like that's still a serious issue for her, you know, like in that society.
Mm.
And so is no one else gonna talk? If I could talk about my perspective on it.
You can go for it.
Go ahead. Yeah.
So, as someone who actively uploads shorts, like detailing news of Bluebird, like, you know, before the project officially started, when I first saw that teaser, I won't lie, because the amount of people saying, you know, Maiga / Avi Mujika type beat, I was just extremely curious to see what kind of tone Love Life was going to go for. Similar to what you said, Secretsauce, like, obviously in hindsight, it wasn't going to be that serious, but, you know, over time, those sort of, like, you know, trying to live my life elements have been inserted into the series very slowly and smoothly. But I think that first teaser, I'll still always say that first teaser caused some of the most biggest misinterpretations of all time. And when the first music video arrived, which we'll obviously talk about soon, it did shatter the dreams of some people being like, oh, I want a dark love life, mature and all that jazz. When I don't think that was the intention in the first place, but it did really cause that big misinterpretation.
Yeah, no, definitely. But I think that, like, they kind of wanted to subvert expectations because there's, like, always a lot of complaints about any series being stale and not trying new stuff. And, like, even though, like, making a series all about depression would not market well, it was, like, a good idea to use that as a hook. So I don't really have any issues with what they did.
Honestly, I remember a lot of people being like, "Oh, this is just Ave Maigo," but I was like, I think showing the dark side of Love Live, which isn't new entirely, is sort of it places it in a more realistic kind of light. I think because I don't think there's many people who'd be like, "Oh my god, I love my school. I want it to close." Like, if you ask me, I'd be like, "Let it close. I don't care."
Type shit.
Right. So I was just happy to see something different from the, oh my god, bright colors, yay. But then I was also happy to see later on, like, oh, we still have cool Love Live elements in it.
I was mostly enamored by the color palette, not gonna lie. That teaser poster, as much shit as I'll really give it, I will say, just like the exact art style that was sort of leading into was already like intriguing enough to me. And obviously later on we got like the full the full portraits for the official art style in it, and I always love the color palette that they use for it.
I personally gotta agree that teaser poster is honestly iconic to me. I hate that they didn't pull that theme more strongly through the narrative that we got. I don't know. I think that they're going. What?
No, I want to add to your point. Continue. I was gonna go Danganronpa consent moment.
Okay. Sorry, we're passing around the talking polka. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think that like I love the like sort of like was it there was like a lot of like navy like midnight blue in it, like the color scheme. It was not bright, it was very dark, it was kind of like ominous and stuff like that, and I love that for Love Live. I was excited at the idea of doing something differently, like something different than what we had in the past. And if I'm being honest, was that 2024 that they dropped that? No, 2025. 2025, right. Okay, so then that was around the time I'm like thinking about like, you know, Delinquent AU, which is like my darker interpretation of the world of Love Live. And so like I was really rocking with the idea of like let's twist this. Like how can we push Love Live? How far can we push the idea, the concept of Love Live while still keeping it Love Live? And I think in my mind, the narrative that I was kind of playing with is like, okay, you can have a dark situation, but still find the light out of it and still make it bright. And I kind of feel like that's the narrative that they were going through with the tweets, personally.
I'm not gonna lie.
All right,
Oh, sorry. No, okay. Well, I'm gonna end the point. But you saying that, you know, the darker the situation, like the more satisfying it is to see him get into the light. That kind of like message. I won't lie. That definitely does remind me of Mygo. So. No, I just got done watching Mygo. I just got done watching the whole entire series, and what you said right there, Nishikito, was like, yeah, it is a very dark situation, but like they also get into the light, like exactly what you were saying. I'm like, damn, maybe they were onto something.
But at least I think Mygo is more fitting than saying it's the next Ave Musica, which is like
True.
So different.
But adding on to the original point that I originally raised my hand for. I think, like, I know we're gonna, okay. Because it's pretty clear those elements are still being implemented in the series. Like, I also want that sort of, not dark narrative, but, you know, the dark implication, not implication, but, you know, just that sort of dark tone, like the dark situations. And I'll still always say that, like, the series is slowly building up to it. Like, I'm still, I know we're gonna get a bit crazy talking here, but I still do believe that they are gonna take that sort of tone and, like, potential adaptation, either be a manga or an anime of sorts like that. And I always use the chapters of as like the direct reference for that kind of tone, which Secretsauce already referenced in the Yukari.
True, and it's been like every chapter. Like
exactly.
Some are more severe than others, but they are making sure you know that every character has struggled, and it's usually like before joining the club. So I do think like bringing up in the future like them still having struggles besides Shion would be good.
Yeah, just because it's not explicit, you know, doesn't mean it's not happening. I like the chapters of get to dive into the internal stuff, which is I always love that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I feel like it's pretty explicit to me. They just outline different like in different ways. Like Akira's, in my opinion, Akira's is probably what someone would say the lightest burden out of them so far, right? Like Akira's whole thing is that she's kind of lonely and she doesn't like socialize with other people, but it's kind of by her own choice. And like, so she's like, yeah, I just want to climb mountains and that's it. But like the themes of like her loneliness seeping through, it seeps through in the writing and the way that she phrases things and all that stuff, which I think that to me is explicit. I like literature. I like reading stories and reading in between the lines and stuff like that. And that to me is just an explicit way of stating like that Akira's problem is that she's lonely. She doesn't understand why she's lonely. She doesn't get it. She thinks she likes it, but you know, that's what it is. And it's the same thing with Hanabi. Hanabi's struggle is that she feels like she's average, and she actually kind of she doesn't explicitly say she hates the fact that she's average, but the way that she phrases it when she talks about it in her chapter is like, oh, I'm just an average person with like subpar grades, but when I put on my kimono, I'm a superstar and Hoshini Inare and all that stuff. Like you can tell the explicitness from the ways in which they weave it into the narrative.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they do a good job with like balancing out like what you expect Love Live to be, and then also like getting deeper into the individual characters. So I don't have any like qualms with their storytelling. I would just like more of it, and I think a lot of people would agree with that.
Yes, okay, I was gonna definitely agree with you on the more of it at least.
Yeah, but this is my thing is, you guys want more, but they can't rush this type of storytelling. Like that's the unfortunate thing. They took a leap in having this sort of like super character focused narrative, but the thing is, if they give it to us all at once or they give us more of it, then after 2 years you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, like Akira is still complaining about being lonely and she's in this club. Like character development. So it's like this type of storytelling and this type of narrative, it unfortunately has to have a balance. They have to drip feed us this type of stuff, because if we get it all at once, then by the time they get to year 2 or whatever it is in story, it's like we shouldn't have the same characters that we had at the beginning or before the story, you know. But we're not even at year 2 yet, you feel me? And if we do the real time thing, then we'll have Hasu again, and then people will complain about the graduations and the real time aspect, like, you know, guys. So we gotta take what we can get in this case. I think it's the best choice, honestly.
I think it's just suffering because it doesn't have like a main format, like a game or like something yet. So it's like the tweets being paused is like they're trying to like not go full into the stories and giving too much away, whilst also like, you know, trying to give like hints about what could it be, like what it could be. Also, Noodle, you had your hand.
Nah, I'm good for right now. I'm good for right now.
Speaking of tweets,
Speaking of that,
what do we think about those? Just like as a concept, you know, like what they offered, like how long it went on.
I'm gonna talk last because I'm talking last because I'm gonna take over the show if I talk about the tweets. I feel like everybody get their thoughts.
Yeah, we know you got 2 hours in already.
yeah,
I know, right? And I can keep going. I can keep going.
I mean, I'll start by saying that I really appreciate how unique it was. I mentioned when I talked with Nishikino on Tuesday that like it's a third party that they're willing to put their narrative on, which I think is like really unique for Love Live. And I don't think they've ever had like a problem with like, this is proprietary, like we need to distribute our story because like the anime's televised, stuff like that. But it was just something brand new, and I appreciated that. Despite what people say, it being on Twitter makes it more accessible. It's very easy to translate the tweets. You know, they're posting 5 tweets a day, like with a max of 3 characters. So it wasn't that hard to keep up to date as long as you wanted to. And I think the people that are complaining just were looking for a reason to not do that. But I think they told a lot of good like narrative stuff in those tweets without it being overbearing.
It's literally the same thing as the Hasu discussion thing, where it's like, it's pretty much like the content didn't vibe with you. That's okay if the content doesn't vibe with you, but don't go looking for a cop out such excuse to like, you know, demean the content in general, like in question.
I don't even think it's that. I think that there's a certain subsection of fans, and how do I say this without being like super divisive and stuff like this? I don't want to start another 40 days and 40 nights of wars on Twitter. I don't want to do that.
I'll take the shots for you.
There's a certain subsection of fans who are lazy and they are anime only, right? And it's not bad to be anime only. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say this right now for TikTok, for Discord, and whoever else is. It is not bad to be anime only, right? But there are people whose only engagement with Love Live It starts at episode 1 of School Idol Project. It ends at season 2, episode 12 of School Idol Project. Starts at episode 1 of Sunshine. That's all their engagement is, right? And so they're gonna complain because they want an anime. They just want an anime. They just want an anime. But they don't care about the property, or they're not concerned about the property outside of the anime. You get what I'm saying? So like they might like the characters, but as far as like the 2.5D aspect of everything and the fact that Love Live at the beginning, there was no Muse anime. They didn't get an anime until 3 years in. It started as a multimedia project. They don't, I'm not gonna say they don't respect that, but like that's not what they're here for. And they wanted to cater towards that anime. This is so accessible, it's so easy. No, you just want to be able to sit down and binge it all, you know. You don't want to engage with the multimedia aspect of things. And so, you know, I don't want to say that they don't want to vibe with it. I think that they could vibe with it if they tried, but they just want the convenience. They're just kind of lazy. They just want to be able to sit down and binge it all at one take, you know. That's me. That's my opinion.
No, you're cooking, especially with how fan translations go. When it's just like I do agree with you, but also it's like another case, like sometimes that stuff is not for you. And like what you said, it's pretty clear that a lot of people do not understand that Love Life is a multimedia franchise, and often they only know like one or two sources of it, and that's the only thing they know it by. And it doesn't take it doesn't take too much to even like, you know, grasp or understand the other concepts, the multimedia franchise, which really sucks. It's incredibly easy. As a matter of fact, it all connects together. Like, you know, there's a reason there was a whole thing called Idol Hell. You know, the entire pipeline to Love Life, where you just fall down more and more into the spear until you got into the whole multimedia, like the whole multimedia thing of Love Life, the seiyus, the concerts, games, anime. It would it'd be a natural dive into it. And I don't know if that still applies today, because I haven't seen anyone use the term Idol Hell in a very long time. But
dude, I'm in Idle Hell right now. Did you not see my spread on my freaking bed? Like, what the hell, bro? Literally, I don't. Thanks for following me, Brewski. Really appreciate that. But like, I think it applies. I just think that I don't even want to say that it's a different generation of fans. I just think that unfortunately, the ones who have been vocal on social media have been those ones who refuse to engage with the project outside of the anime. And I'm not gonna say that you're bad for only engaging with the anime, but I am gonna say that you're missing out. If you only stuck with, I'm taking it back. If with Love Live School Idol Project, if you only stuck with the anime, yes, the anime was kind of good, but that anime was not strong enough. The anime for Love Live School Idol Project was not strong enough on its own to span everything that we have. You had to have had the engage. You had to have had Sif. You had to have had the mangas, the school idol. That you had to have had all the other aspects of the franchise to support the anime's like popularity and content in order for Love Live to have grown and blossomed into what it is today. So to only engage with Love Live anime, I feel like you're doing yourself as a fan a disservice, because everything else around it is built around, you know, this interconnection, like Noodle said.
I'm really glad you used my point. Sorry, I'm really glad you used my point. But
yeah, I'm just
if I am willing to, if like this isn't gonna mean your point. It's just gonna raise your point even more. But I do think the anime and the games like that, I think they're serviceable on their own. Like I know there may be some gripes with the anime in terms of like character focus stuff like that, but I still do believe it's a really well written series, and it was designed, like you said, it was designed the way for it to all interconnect. But I just want to raise the bar a little bit, saying it was pretty good, but everything else is even better because of the interconnection. Not to demean your point. I just want to add on to it, be like you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry. When I used the phrase, it was what I really meant was like, if it was just the Love Live anime, yes, it was good, but 15, 16 years later, we would have forgotten about it. Like, it just would have been another anime that aired during spring 2013.
I can agree.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no,
that's what I'm trying
to
say with that phrasing. I'm not saying the School Idol Project was bad. No, I'm Nishikino-kun. Like, obviously, I'm still here writing Love Live School Idol Project fan fiction, you know. But what I'm saying is, if you look at the anime in and of itself, you do not get Like all the characterization, you can't get all the characterization for the Muse girls solely from the anime. You cannot. You can't get everything that makes you love Muse or Aquas or Niji you can't get that solely from the anime. Just from you can get a good picture of it, but everything that makes it great, no, there's no way. You know, it's a multimedia franchise project, and so that's why it's like going back to the original point, you know, we're talking about Ikizu. That's why it like kind of sucks that there are people or there were people who like didn't want to, you know, engage with the tweets because the level of
Have
character
fun, Supreme.
development that we get through the tweets,
Have fun.
the fact that Hanabi's tweets, when you read them in Japanese and you know the translations kind of like do show this, she always is typing in proper form. She's always typing in polite form in Keigo or whatever that phrase is called, you know? Like that's characterization that you can't really get through the anime or through a anime in and of itself, you know? The fact that, you know, Shion's always, you know, has a little bit of anxiety and ADHD. Well, when you look at Shion in the videos, her face, she tries to like play it cool and she wants to be mysterious and stuff. So you're not gonna be able to tell that visually. You have to get an insight into their minds. Like, so I don't know. I don't know. That's I said my point. I think y'all get it. I think y'all get it.
Nah. I get it. Don't worry. I reciprocate.
Yeah, I think the thing with Ikizu and with other groups is like you can only be a fan of anime. That's fine. And your stance should be this is the only thing I have time for or the only thing that interests me. You should not say there's no content when an anime is not airing because you're just choosing not to engage with that content.
It's okay.
Literally, oh my, sorry, we're streaming. Noodle Star. I think y'all know what I'm thinking though. I'm not gonna say anything out loud, but yes, there is content besides an anime. Love Live is not dead because there's no anime.
Damn, something's in there today. Something's in the air.
Something's in there. Something's in the air. Somebody needs to get their ass beat for 40 days and 40 nights again. I think that's just me.
I vote Star.
I've been so peaceful recently. I've been so kind.
Actually, did you want to say anything about the tweets? Because I know we didn't really get to you specifically, Star.
I guess with the tweets, I just kind of it was very easy for me because if you just had the notifs on for when they tweet, it's like and you get to know who's tweeting which day. You can tell by the emojis, even if you don't speak Japanese, you can tell who's tweeting, which is kind of fun. I think I'm glad that they ended when they did. Because it kind of puts that pause on the whole real-time aspect that they kind of threw out-ish. I just... My only gripes with the tweet was the Noriko storyline. If you don't know it already, it's too bad. You're in the stream, you're gonna know about it. When she's like, oh, I think I'm gonna leave to go to UTX. How many times do you have to do a leaving segment? I'm sick of it. That's my only gripe.
Let's go.
But I think they were fun. Noriko...
But also,
so
wait,
cute
are you done
though.
with Short Star? I'm not gonna interrupt you or anything like that.
Yes.
I fucking love the concept and the entire whole POV of the tweets in general. Like obviously the real time aspect, I like sort of like the real time aspect, how they're documenting their lives daily. But I also just love like the whole implication of what we don't know. Like for example, when they talk about stuff that they did, there's obviously going to be details that they don't fully include, and sometimes you gotta use a little bit of your imagination, especially when it comes to stuff like Chun Sensei and stuff like that, which I think I mentioned like one of my videos. But in terms of like the story, it did a lot.
Can we talk about that after this? Like, I fucking love that aspect of things.
Are we gonna talk about story later, Sauce? Are we gonna talk about story later, Sauce? Like in terms of general, or is this plan for it?
Absolutely. But,
Okay, so
since we're on the topic of tweets and getting off of it, I'm really glad that Star mentioned that you can tell who's tweeting what. Because I do have a little activity for you guys.
No, please! Don't do this to me!
Is it the thing that I told you to do?
Don't do this to me!
What'd you tell me to do?
I think, is it the thing where you took the tweets and you removed the emojis and the names and we have to guess who it is?
Did you tell me to do that? I thought I just.
Yes,
came
I
up with
told
that
you to
on my
do
own.
that.
Oh, no.
No, I told you to do that instead of what we're doing tomorrow. And you were like, boy, I'm not gonna do all that. We got
They're gonna
too
quiz
many
me on
things happening."
Bluebird
And I
characters.
was
I'm
like,
so fucked.
Dude, I think that would be so much more fun.
I'm gonna be so
Oh,
fucked.
well, I did it.
Oh my
They're
God.
gonna quiz on who the thing is.
Alright,
I'm
guys.
pausing the music because I gotta share a different window so people in the Discord can play along as well.
Yeah, I'm scared. Yo.
Star, I'm
All right,
scared. I'm scared,
is there a
Star.
prize for this?
Not getting called a
if
larper.
Oh shit.
well, Noodle doesn't care about that. Noodle is the biggest larper in the server, so now what?
Yeah, this is a chance at redemption from Wednesday.
Whoa! Whoa!
All right,
This is
so
a humiliation round.
I'm gonna pull up a series of tweets. We got 7 in total. Usernames removed, emojis are removed, and you got to see if you can figure out who it is. We got 7 in total, so here's the first one coming up right now.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, so
I'm not a
easy.
larper.
I
I knew it.
wonder
I'm not a
who.
larper. I'm not a
wonder
larper.
who.
I
Are
gotta.
we gonna just say it?
Wait, do we just type it in
Yeah,
chat?
go
maybe?
for it.
Me don't worry.
Yeah, don't worry.
I mean,
Right,
you kept it in a little green. You know.
Oh,
There could
Mid
be
Ori.
another little green. Yeah,
That's. Oh yeah.
Yay.
I'll still get this.
all right. Second one. I never expected to receive
Akira.
help from a teacher at another school. Personally, I still wonder if that was really the right thing to do. Do you want me to read the whole thing?
Why do I feel?
No, it's not Akira.
Why do I feel like it's? Why do I feel like it's Mai?
Are we locking in? Is it Mai from Noodle, Akira from Nishikino? and
Actually, I
Star
want to change to Hanabi. I think it's Hanabi.
Hanabi?
I think it's Mai.
Think about it. I don't know.
Star. Which one? Which team do you want to be on right now? I'll play. I'll
Five
play.
seconds.
On team Akira's so bad.
All right, so Akira, Hanabi, and Mai. All right, let's see.
No, didn't Noodle flip to Hanabi?
No, I went
No,
Mai.
I
No,
flipped
no,
to
no,
Hanabi.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congrats, Noodle. You're not the LARPer.
Fuck yes! I'm not a larper! I'm not a larper!
You know? Shame.
I only remember
Here
this because
comes
I went
number
through the
3.
GitHub.
Hanabi! It's
That-
Hanabi! It's
okay,
Hanabi.
come
It's
on,
my girl.
man.
It's
That's-
my girl. It's my girl. It's Hanabi, bro. Akihana winning!
You
Akihana winning!
You see the word?
True,
You
Yeah.
true. Feel that? That's true.
I actually added this just because it shows that she wants to marry a man.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, Akira,
she hasn't had her awakening yet. It's okay. It happens. It happens.
Oh, this is
She's
pre
bi,
Akihana.
You don't know that.
pre.
Oh.
If you put the
Right,
dates on
right,
there just
right.
for fun.
Yeah, I thought about it and I was like, well, that might actually like.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not that smart, so.
Yeah.
Maybe she's bi. Did you ever think about that? Like, come on, man.
Things-
Well,
Excuse me.
Aurora's bi. We can't have 2 of them. That's a little bold for love.
That's not very woke of you.
Yeah, we can have
Okay,
a million
then
ways to
Hanabi
get this for me
is-
to be bi.
Hanabi, I just think Hanabi doesn't know. She seems a little like het norm, you know.
It's called opening your mind.
Didn't
know.
she-
Yeah, she didn't. She hasn't gone to college yet, guys.
She hasn't gone to college yet.
She hasn't gone. To
No
college
one's in
yet.
college yet.
She hasn't. She did. She's still in her girls can't like girls phase, guys. You know,
Girls can like
she's-
girls.
girls can't like girls. Girls can't like girls. She's still there.
It's
She's
only
still
1 year old. The project. We
We'll
still
go
got
for
time.
it.
All right, number 4.
Oh, Shion, I think.
I don't think that's Shion. I think that's Rora.
Yeah. It's just I was just most looking at the typing style of the spaced out bit, which got me first.
Oh, but I think
That's
nah.
Noodle.
I think that's Aurora. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she does use. Oh yeah, because her emojis are like on the end of it. True. That's true.
Is there no guess from
I don't
Noodle?
know.
Are we...
I don't fucking know.
Can you
Dog.
guess? We have 10. We have 10 girls. Come on.
10 girls divided by 1. That's 110, bro. I don't know, man.
Well, you could have bandwagoned with Noodle. I mean, with Nishikino.
That's true.
Yeah. I felt like it was because I mean Shion doesn't seem happy. Like that time is flying back so fast. That was too happy. to be
Hashtag real as
Shion.
fuck.
Yeah.
She's working on it. Okay.
I
Yeah,
did
she's
agree
good
on
there.
that.
She's good there.
Not like.
Yeah, of course I was gonna put an Aurora tweet.
Bias.
All right. This is what I call the fun part.
Oh no.
Oh,
I left the
no.
emoji in to give you a hand.
Oh, oh, this one is hard. This one is hard.
The
Uh,
emoji's just likely making it worse.
it is because I'm like, you would think it's Aurora. You would think it's Aurora from the emoji.
I'm just
Hmm.
gonna say this is a very popular phrase.
I'm sorry,
I
what?
think it's Polka.
I was gonna say Polka.
think
I'm
it's
gonna say
Polka.
Polka. I'm gonna say Polka.
I agree.
I feel the main
Because
character energy
I
right now,
agree.
so I might be a side character actually.
Yeah, like Polka started off depressed, but then at a certain point she just started being like super optimistic. So
Hope Core.
I'm
Yeah,
off of that.
it's true.
Yeah.
So Polka's across the board.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry, it's Yukari.
What?
It was too philosophical. God damn it!
Yo!
She's
I
got
said
that
Yukari,
riz.
it's not
She
Polka.
influences people, changes their
I'm a bum.
mannerisms.
You can sit you can sit next to me, Star.
No, I was more right than you were.
What the fuck?
I said, if not Polka, Yukari. So take that.
True, that definitely
Take
happened.
it.
What?
I'm like, I'm stunned into sight. Like, what even was the context of this tweet? Like, why did she say this? Oh.
This is the only one I actually remember. The timestamp. It was on Christmas.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know.
Got
I don't know
you.
what it's about, but
Got you. Probably
all right.
live
Next one you
thing.
guys will definitely get.
Oh, Polka.
Polka.
well, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt bad with how misleading the last one was.
Thank you.
Snorko.
We've been duped.
Can we can we just grab sauce right now and just
Just kill him.
Bro,
Kill
you're
him.
fucking
Don't
with
do
me
it.
right now.
can we just grab sauce and
Is
start
this-
swinging
it's
that
from-
motherfucker?
Is this from the transfer arc, bro? This has gotta be from fucking
It
transfer.
absolutely is.
Oh my god.
Because
Somewhere in the middle of it.
What's the point in life? I'm a bum.
That's what
You
I'm. That's
know
what I'm
what?
feeling. I'm
I
trying to
made a
live.
song about that.
Wait, cause Polka's doesn't have the Ikizudaibu hashtag, does it?
Oh,
It doesn't.
The very first one, yeah, it's before they started using the hashtag.
Yeah, they didn't
And she
have
says it
it.
4 times.
Oh my
Ishikima, how are you
god.
doing today? Wait,
Just
this is
fucked
like your
up.
thing? This is like- this is
Wait,
like-
what'd you
Yeah.
say?
Why are you flopping?
It's Noriko. It's
I'm
Noriko
sorry,
shoe cream.
dude. I'm sorry. I'm having.
Sorry,
fun.
my aura is kind of infecting you all.
I'm trying my best.
No, I'm just jesting with
I
you.
got the Hanabi one. I got the Hanabi one right. So
That is
Mhm.
true. Everyone got the first one right. I'm also
can
gonna
do
bring
this.
it back and make it a little easier because we did 6 of
I
them.
feel
This
like you
is the
said that
last
before.
one.
So you said that, and then like
No, I
died?
said here comes the fun part. And then it was a Yukari tweet.
You're really interesting with words right now, Sauce. I'm gonna get you for this.
I won't lie. The
Write it
Kahoot in
down.
this were like you did your good one on this one. Those were hard. Those were hard.
I mean, I wasn't like a trolling on the Kahoot.
Are you trolling on this one?
Well, you tell me if you thought the last 2 were Polka or not.
Is this the next one? Doshite Doshite? Is it?
No, this was Doshite. That's what it says in Japanese, yeah. But it's just not 4 times. All right, last question,
So
and then,
Okay.
we'll move on.
Alright.
Okay.
You can do it if
Oh.
you try.
I
For some reason, I want to say
think-
miracle. For some reason.
you want to say miracle because it says food, but
Yeah, I know. I'm hungry.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if it's miracle. I feel like I read this. I feel like I recently read this one.
I trust my stomach.
Wait, what were the guesses?
I said miracle.
She said miracle. I'm still in deliberation.
I see. I'll give you 10 seconds.
Oh.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 6, 6.
I guess I'm gonna go miracle 2. It's not
Miracle,
Shion.
miracle.
It's not Shion. And it's not Akira. So
Star.
I'm gonna.
Oh no, it's Polka. I'm going Polka. Sorry, Polka.
Okay.
See, that sounds right too. But we've missed Level Poker for the last two, which would make sense. I'm thinking about it too hard. I will say Polka as well.
Yeah, I'm surprised it took that long for you guys to say polka, because I could have sworn "you can do it if you try" is like another iconic catchphrase of yours.
Fuck.
Anyways, Midori.
Oh, Chris, get him. Stone him.
Like, what the frick do you mean?
Hang this man.
Yeah, she doesn't like spicy.
Oh
food.
my gosh.
Oh
yes.
my-
This is making me look down on the tweets. What do you mean y'all can be the same?
This fucked up,
Actually,
man.
you can do it if you try. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. That should have been my hint. Oh my gosh. We should do this again. This is fun.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
this.
gonna go through
yeah,
my
we might.
training arc.
The hell?
I mean,
I'm a huge fan of this one.
there's only like 2,000 more tweets that I can pull.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we should do this again. Let's see what the chat
The chat get
did
right.
Anybody in the chat get
100%?
some stuff right?
I was reading for the last one. Nobody got the last one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
That's
Akira,
crazy.
Akira doesn't talk about food, guys. Akira's like a wet rock. Like, she's so bland. I love her.
Yeah, the Discord did not like the last three queued up for you guys.
That's messed up.
Wet rock is insane.
See, I told you this should have been a game night activity. That would have been great.
It can be.
All right, well, yeah, it can be. We'll bring it back.
All right. So we'll
20
keep
beers.
talking about Bluebird, but I do want to bring onto the stage our good friend from Idol Story.
Yay!
Good friend. Our good
Yay!
friend.
Oh my god.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
Hoshi.
So my name is Hoshino, and I run a little website called Idol Story, which is your Love Live community resource website for Love Live All Stars and other mole badges. Wait a minute, we don't got any more of those.
Ooh.
Anyway, jokes aside, I'm happy to be here amongst all these other amazing creators to which I just heard about an hour ago. I don't know any of these guys.
Have we met?
That just means we're not big enough to be added to the Idol Story Idols list. That's all. We just gotta work on it, guys. One day you'll see Nishikino-kun next to Hanabi on the listing. Don't worry, guys.
Aren't
take a
you glad
picture.
I waited until after that little activity to throw you on?
I am actually really glad because I only got one of them right, and that was the one about the spicy food.
You
Hey,
got
that
that
was
one?
How?
Because I remember distinctly looking into
Hey,
Little
faction.
Room because her saying
We're currently
really
doing a
likes
Bluebird.
Nozomi.
Create a discussion right now.
True. This is true.
So
She
there was
does?
some relevance. There was some relevance involved.
Interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, Koto-chan is a Nozomi and Hanamaru Oshi.
What? Oh, she got taste. She got taste.
Hello, Noodles chat. Let's see, I use Idol Story, cards and puzzles. Ooh, I like puzzles. Keep using them for puzzles. And
TikTok
let's see.
chat. This is Hoshi. This is basically the backbone of the Love Live community. Everybody say hello. They can't see you guys, but you know, I just wanted to
Yes.
let everyone
The
know
audio
there's
did
still
get
a
fixed.
TikTok
I want
chat.
you to visualize the best picture.
The issue was my virtual camera, so that's why my camera's off here in Discord. Yeah.
Just visualize the best picture
Alright.
of Nozomi Tojo, and that's Hoshino right there.
You describe this as a backbone, but like, shout out to all the girls with scoliosis.
I'm gonna straighten my back in a
Yeah.
sec.
Poodle.
I'm gonna straighten my back. I literally have a pillow.
just
I literally have a
off my
pillow
feet.
just for this purpose.
So I know.
Has my brain been developed today? Yes, my brain is fully developed. I have, let's see, I've been sleeving Pokemon cards. I have Nozomi merch in front of me, and I've been getting roasted by the amount of those tweets that I got wrong. So yeah, I think my brain is fully developed. Thank you, Pato.
But you know what? You know what? We live and we learn. Next time, next round, guys. Next round. Trust
No,
me.
no,
Nishikino-kun
no,
sweep.
no,
Next
no.
next round. Nishikino-kun sweep.
No,
Total
no, no,
sweep.
no, no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
get
no, no,
everyone in
no,
the
no,
ring.
no.
Yeah, but do you see why I had to do it like that? Because you guys could have studied if I warned you.
Yeah, that's true. Even though I
Yeah,
technically did, but
I would like to study.
That's
Can I study? Where's this? Where's this?
Yeah, you got. We should do like a event where we read the tweets or something like that. It's gonna take a while, but we should do that for the people who
Like,
Raise our
like
hands. Be like
you
Sauce
read,
Sensei.
read tweets on stream, and like 6 of my Kahoot questions show up on screen.
Yeah, like every couple tweets, Kahoot quiz,
Pop quiz.
pop quiz.
So
See,
before our
I'd be
little
down
detour,
to supply a prize for that.
I know we planned on like talking about the story, which most of it does derive from the tweets, but there's like a bigger element aside from that. I'm gonna let Nishikino start it off because he seemed excited to talk about it.
I mean, I am. But now I'm like, what's this bigger element you're hinting at?
I mean, it's not like explicitly told through the tweets. Like we got the YouTube videos, the club meetings, stuff like that.
Oh, okay. All right. So the story of Ikizu Live. I personally, I'm gonna start off giving my opinion. I think it's a banger. I love the way that we are drip fed content. I love the way that they tell it. I love that it's slow. You want to know why? Because I feel like the story, we're getting a very intimate picture of these cast of characters. And I'll give a quick spiel rundown. Guys, they're on an online school and they have to save the school. They have to save the school. The school is shutting down. The school is shutting down. But, you know, to me, the cool thing about this is that it's never actually explicitly state Hoshi ni nare. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Bro, you are a like you are a sleeper agent, bro. Actual sleeper agent.
Where as soon as I saw it, I was like, "You are the special." Okay, but yeah, I actually think the story is really cool because it's never actually explicitly stated that the school is. It's never explicitly confirmed that the school is shutting down. You know, um, and that is so cool because people always are like, "Oh, I'm tired of them doing the school shutting down plot, the school shutting down plot." Well, if you read the tweets, every time that they bring up the school shutting down, there's almost always like 3 tweets after someone being like, "Bro, that's hype. Like you're just tweaking out. The school is not shutting down. You're overdoing things." Um, but yeah, so it's hard. I don't know. I'm kind of like blanking on like how to talk about the story right now without a topic because there's so much that's going on and it's so character focused and character driven. But I just think it's like a really unique form of storytelling within Love Live in general.
Yeah, and I think I mentioned this earlier in the week with you, but like this kind of slow-paced, detailed narrative isn't something you could successfully achieve with an anime. It's
You couldn't.
it's really digging into detailed stuff, sometimes unimportant stuff, but that's like part of the point is that they can just
And part of
talk
charm.
about what they want to talk about. They can come across as real people, and
It's
that's
very slice of life
yeah.
in that sense. Like it's not like the focus like there's so many different plot points in Izu Life. That's why it was like kind of hard for me. Like I was blanking on like, well, what do we talk about with the story? Because there's so many different plot points. There is that arc with Noriko, with the UTX, but actually when you read that, that's really just an extension of the plot line of her having low self-esteem and her, being super like shy and anxious and stuff like that. And then that plot line is extended upon on how she meets Miracle. And but because it happens through the tweets and the tweets are kind of like a Nichijou type thing, you get a very like I don't know, like a very like unique feeling that you don't really get from any other Love Live property. Maybe Hasu. Maybe Hasu could have kind of got you something similar to that. I wouldn't know. I wasn't participating in Link like, but I think it's cool. Like Saul said, you can't get this from an anime or even light novels. The light novel experience that we're gonna have soon is not gonna be in the same way because that story is gonna start at page 1 and then it's gonna end at page 305, and you could get to page 305 within 2 hours if you read like me, or you can get to page 305 within 6 months. So it really just depends.
Also, they can reference McDonald's and Trader Joe's
In Trader
in a book
Joe's,
because then they
yeah.
got to pay copyrights, but they can do that on Twitter.
Yeah, so true.
Goodbye,
Is it
sugar
okay
cream.
if I
Have a fun time at the
interject
movie.
slightly? Or do
Bye,
you
sugar
need
cream.
to
Bye, sugar cream.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think in some ways, yeah, it's really cool that the story can be so slow, in the fact that you have more time to sort of discover and kind of go through the characters, but also it's sort of in a way off-putting from other people. Like I've heard others be like, I don't want to get into it yet because it's like, I'm not really engaged with it because nothing's really happening in the current moment. You can say, like, subunits aren't out yet, so people are just like kind of impatiently waiting. And part of that I kind of do see as valid because the franchise it's old. Like if this was like a new franchise starting from the beginning, it'd be like, oh, this is cool. We don't know what's gonna happen with it. But with the franchise that is Love Live, you expect a plan. And in some ways, not having a plan is charming. I personally enjoyed the tweets and all that, but when there's nothing happening, especially now that it's like no game, no nothing, blah 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 blah. It's like, how do I engage every day like I used to? So a lot of people are more like into the it's not what it used to be side. But for me, I did enjoy seeing the tweets every day, and also just kind of hearing the references to Muse, like the A-Rise being like, A-Rise are here. Apparently, we never see them, but they are. I don't know. I think it's really fun, but I also think they also suffer because of their format at the moment. If
Holy
that makes
shit,
sense.
peak mention. You mentioned a super huge, awesome part of the narrative that I completely forgot about, which is the mentions to Muse and Aquas that they were able to slide in like as Easter eggs to the fans. Also, I don't want to override what you said because I think you're right. Like,
Mm.
fortunately, 2.5D project, multimedia project, we don't really got any multimedias besides the songs right now in the lives. That does kind of suck, but I don't know. I'm hoping that they do drop another app or something like that. Like, what's that K-pop app? V Live or something like that? Am I showing my age? Am I showing my
That's
age with
actual
that one?
ball. The fuck?
Weverse now.
Is Weverse now?
It's Weverse now, I think.
Wow. See, back in my days, it was V Live. Back in my days, it was V Live. But back when I was 15. But yeah. But yeah. So like, I think that would be a super cool thing if they could keep that up. Like, make an app like that for Ikizu. I don't think that would be much strain on money. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So the coolest thing about the story and then the tweet format is like, because it was tweets and because it was like literally the characters like talking about their daily lives, like we're not there. Like Noodle said earlier, you kind of have to like visualize and imagine the missing pieces and stuff like that. And so when we get some interesting tidbits like Chun Sensei and Akira being like, oh, I thought like, it's her name Chun Sensei, but when we met in February, she definitely said Chun. Like, that's something that, like, in an anime, we wouldn't be able to have that level of excitement that kind of generates, because if they showed that in an anime, we would literally see Akira and Polka going into Otonokizaka, and then we would see Kotri, right? We don't get the hints. We don't get to see how we don't get the hints as to how Ikizu actually connects to the broader Love Live narrative. And I think that this was the best choice, instead of just showing us that Muse and Aquas is old now. You know what I mean? Oh my god, first ride. This is my song. Sorry. Go ahead, Noodle. Go ahead, Noodle.
Nah. Thank you for bringing that up, because I was gonna actually use that as both a positive and a negative. Because I do agree with your point in terms of like regarding like how you can set the scene like that, especially with the implication of connection to Muse, but also with what I said with like how you have to sort of visualize certain scenes, because we're going off mostly via the tweets. It's a case of like sometimes they have to tell us what happened from their perspective, and we don't actually get to like for example, see the event happen, aside from like very few specific cases. And that does definitely, for me personally, it does sort of hinder the story in a sense, because we're stuck in this sort of POV of what they're seeing, and which is why I really enjoyed the Dota doing music video, because we actually get to see, you know, outside their perspective, outside their bias, which is the one thing that the one thing I do want to see from the Bluebird story eventually at some point. Even though I do enjoy the tweets and their POVs and their perspectives, I would like to, you know, get third person outside perspective at some point.
It's just in Noodle hates first person point of views.
That is not what I am.
That
Are
is
you?
literally
That
what
is
she just said.
no. You do not know what nuance is, dog. There's no way you took only that. Star, say something. Just say something, Star.
Yay!
So the thing with the current audience is we're clearly not in 2013 anymore. Nowadays, everything is very quick. It's very instant. Therefore, you get instant gratification. And a lot of the newer fans, and including some older and existing, is just, you know, times change and people do too. Things are expected to be so much quicker. Things are expected to meet, you know, that instant gratification. The moment that it doesn't meet, people get a little upset. And don't get me wrong, we haven't had an app for, or should I say, a globally released app for a while now. And when people say, "Oh well, there's really nothing for me to engage in," makes me realize it's not so much about stats doesn't have anything for people to engage in. It's what can I do on my own personal time that I can connect to this franchise. Just my one-on-one solo time with it, my unique solo time with it, to be able to connect. And it is true, we did lose a few medias of it. And I do feel like that's where currently the Akizu story is going to suffer from, is where is my one-on-one time to be able to bond with these new characters, to be able to, you know, live my daily life with them. And I do think it's really cool that they have these almost prequel stories to, you know, their middle school days and their struggles, highlighting them as characters. But once we get through all 10 of them, how can they seamlessly tie their struggles from middle school to what they're experiencing in the now? And going back to what Noodle said about a different perspective, all the outside perspectives of things happening to the girls, like you said, it's all in their POV, it's all in their, you know, in their bias and things. It's been mentioned very passively. Like, oh, this happened to Nariko. Oh, this happened to the Otonokizaka Stadium. Or, oh, this happened and it's Chun Sensei. It's almost a little lackluster in which these big events could be highlighted in a, maybe just even putting a little illustration every now and again, because we only got how many illustration tweets, and those really popped off. They did add to the ambiance.
We got 2, and they were both around Christmas. If they did one for First Live, that would have gone nuts. Especially if Muse was in the photo.
Oh my gosh! Can I actually hop onto what Hoshi was saying?
Noodle
Oh,
had
go
her
ahead,
hand up.
Noodle.
No, I was
speak
gonna
it.
say Hoshino.
Yeah,
So
go ahead.
well, sorry, no, it's like really one sentence. But like Hoshino, what you're trying to say is like sort of like some like it's kind of a bit more of a tell don't show rather than show don't tell, in a sense, where we just get told constantly instead of having like a sort of visual just to show us.
I want to say yes and no. I can see that they're clearly putting a lot of effort in the lyric videos. I can see that they're doing so much as to even subtitling those in English. So they're clearly doing all this cosmetic work. And I don't want to say English subtitles are cosmetic, but you know, to them over there, they didn't have to do that for us. But even just having those artists draw us an illustration, because why should we have to only see that in Love Live Days? And by the time we see it in Love Live Days, it's a tweet from, I don't know, when my grandma was born.
The Nishikino shade.
Look. Sorry. Wait, are they
do
talking
think
about me
it
in
will
the
be
chat
able
or?
it would be able to be easier for people to grasp if there was an illustration, I think, along the way. Because again, where was it? Mimichu just said actually in Noodle's chat visuals just add so much depth to storytelling, and it's why House of Story anime is so impactful. And yes, that is true. Because even if you weren't into Link Like, after every big event in Link Like, they would post a photo. And that's how many people learned about Sachi graduating and, the girls' costumes that they won Love Live. Even they had those newspaper like articles every now and again trying to summarize what's going on in their world right now. Um, I don't think that should just be restricted to one monthly magazine. It would have been nice during the time of the tweets, maybe just even one image every week. It just be it from a different person. It didn't even have to be, oh, like Miracle uploaded this picture of this bag pasta that she just made. But just anything. I mean, Akira posting like clouds on her hike will give us more impact and depth to her just saying, you know, today dot 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 feels very gloomy dot dot dot. That on its own is one thing, but being able to put a visual and thinking, wow, why did she take this picture? What does it mean? Why does she feel the excessive need to have to share this with everyone? It would just kind of grapple people in more.
I
Yeah.
agree to an extent. I agree, like, from the perspective of, all right, if you want to bring people into, like, if you want to get old fans into Ikizu, like, then yeah, I totally agree that maybe they should have done more images. But where I disagree is, and maybe I read so much. Like, I literally just read fan fictions and Chinese web novels and stuff like that. I don't have visuals, right? So for me, like, when I consume the tweets, that is great enough for me, because I like, that's enough for me. But that's just me, right? But I think, like you mentioned earlier, how like big events you would have wanted, like, a what's it called, like, images for, like Otonokizaka's auditorium closed down. Well, in the world that like, in this world where these girls are at, Otonokizaka's auditorium closing down is nothing burger to them. Like, it's just it's like, oh, this is cool, we heard about the school idol group, but they didn't, like, school idols are unpopular. We somehow we've been talking about the story, and we went this entire time without mentioning that in this world, school idols are super unpopular. Like, there's probably no Love Live competition. It's faded into obscurity. They didn't know about Muse. They didn't know about Aquas. They didn't know about that until they started doing this concept. And so, like, for things like Chun Sensei, for things like the Otsunokizaka auditorium, and other stuff, that to fans, yes, that would be a huge hype moment. Oh my god, what do you mean Otsunoki's auditorium is shutting down? That's where Stardust was performed. To us, that's a big deal, but to them, to these girls, these new gens, that's nothing. They probably weren't even born when Start Dash was performed. I'm just being exaggerative. I don't
Absolutely.
know.
No, I do think that is actually a perfect example. And that is partially what we were talking about with point of views and immersion. Um, but even just something like a blurry picture of Shion getting that notification about the Sendai satellite possibly shutting down and her reaction to that. Or even Noriko, even getting something about UTX. It doesn't have to be about something to attract the old generation. And it's interesting that you say that, because the images that we do have and the images that we continue to get, excuse me, is drawn by the school idol diary artists. And a very recognizable art style goes back as far as the 2010s. But even just the girls sharing an illustration or a photo of that big traumatic moment that's going on for them right now would have just helped people to, one, spread the word. Images on the internet are so easy to spread. You're able to add a caption to them, you're able to react to them, send them to your friends. It would have been a lot easier to have that travel than say, oh, screenshot tweet, post it, copy link, post it. Just saying, oh, like, look how they're incorporating visual storytelling with what's going on with these girls in current time. Like, what else? What else could have been a good tweet to have in an image? Like, okay, I'll bring back Midori's spicy food. I want to see what she ate.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't
Okay, I
really
can do
say
that.
why they didn't do that more. I really don't know if they have like a logistical reason or if getting too many illustrations would detract from the real work that they're doing in like Love Live Days, quote unquote. But
No budget.
yeah,
There's a
that
mention in the chat about people including pics and tweets is more realistic, anyways. Could have been great for immersion, but I didn't mind text only, and it was fine. I didn't mind text
Thank
only,
you, Yume.
but yeah, thank you, Yume. But I do feel like me shoving words into somebody else's face, where now every day, everything nowadays is visual. Social media, visual, everything visual. When you walk into a store, like the box is a visual. It grabs your attention. You want to buy the item. Like, yes, please give me more nose in me figures. Anyway, visuals attract. Visuals bring people in. And it was a struggle when I was doing those Isle Story tweets and trying to bring people in by making these almost bait sounding like tweets.
I was
Like,
gonna mention
oh,
that.
Shun Sensei, possibly Kotari, question mark. Knowing fully well that fans are going to come in a comment saying, well, they never actually confirmed that it was going to be her, or they never said it outright. No, I absolutely know that. But unless I put something like that in these tweets, you guys are not going to look at it. And you guys, we're trying to invite you to be part of what's going on because it is interesting. But I mean, like, what else would have brought those people in besides, maybe a picture every now and again, or like, I don't know, give me like a picture more, give me more depressed polka pictures.
yeah, the last thing I'll say on the story, and I'll let you guys say more if you want to, but I just saw something really good posted in the chat that I want to talk about. But for the story, I think it like did what they set out for it to do, which was to give them like a baseline plot while they kickstart bigger activities. And it could have been presented better, it could have been like done differently, but it did a decent job. And it's a shame that it ended before they're like fully moving on to the next phase, because I don't think we're there yet. But like it was good for the time being. It held us over, and I wish it would have like continued until they had something to replace it.
Something concrete.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I actually, so actually we can talk about this. Like the place where it ended is the most awkward place to be at, because if they ended it, for everyone who doesn't know, tweets ended right after the first live, which was like at the end of February, right?
Yeah.
And in the story, like since the tweets were real time, it would have been a year, so that would have meant that the second years are moving on to third year, and the first years are becoming second years if they continued that real time format, which is why I think they should have stopped the tweets, because that would have been a terrible way to spend the entirety of the first year of Ikizu Live. Like the project will be Hasu, but 10 times worse. Like no one's watching the tweets as much as they were the app, like you guys kind of been saying, right? But I think that that opens up the door to do some interesting things where I don't think they're gonna move forward in a timeline of the story for at least another year and a half. At least, I think what they're about to do is kind of like how they've been doing with Love Live Days, is going back in time, and like Love Live Days is kind of like everything up to the beginning of the tweets, really, like the precursor to the beginning of the tweets, right? I think that whatever content we get moving forward is going to flesh out those like missing visual details that you guys were talking about from this first year. So I don't think their first year is just gonna like rest in the ether of Twitter. I think it is like, someone mentioned like that solid baseline, and then they're gonna come back, they're gonna flesh it out. We're probably gonna get like some little like comics, and then like around the Noriko arc, the Noriko UTX arc is probably where anime would start, or what the anime would cover, part of that. So then when the when the anime first airs, in my mind, it would probably be that their first, like season one would be their first year, and then while they're doing the first year, there'll be some other aspect of the multimedia project moving them forward in other aspects of the story, and then so on and so forth. But that's just an idea. I'm not Kimino Sakurako. I don't know for certain.
Sakura
Do someone
Kimino.
concur with that?
Also,
From
random
past-
facts
yeah.
for no reason whatsoever. Muse took 3 years to get an anime. Niji took 3 years to get an anime. Hasu took 4 years to get an anime.
Movie.
You were just gonna say the exact point that I was going to make.
Akors
I was
and
just gonna
Liella
say
are
that.
exceptions.
Yeah, they're the only ones that they got Nepo Baby not playing.
They got so lucky. They were the nepo babies. Nepo babies.
Babies of all time, dog. Like
They
no
were
shit.
They got that 1 year
Nepo
turnaround. That's
kids.
crazy, dog.
But that's why I think it's so cool about Bluebird. Bluebird, you guys have heard me say this, and now I'm gonna say it on Twitch stream and whatever wherever we're streaming. Bluebird is like the first Love Live property in a long time that does not have the benefit of being a nepo baby. It really is. It really is because of how everything has happened in the past. In my opinion, you don't see, and because of the tweet format, you don't see fans flocking to it just because it's Love Live, like you saw with Aqua, like you saw kind of with Niji, like you saw with Liela, like you saw with Hasu to an extent. You don't get that with Bluebird for real. No one, like, people aren't just like hopping in just because it's Love Live. Now there's a barrier to entry, and now there's no anime and there's no content. Now there's reasons why they don't engage with it, instead of it just being like, oh, we're gonna hop into it because it's Love Live. So I feel like Bluebird doesn't really benefit from the nepotism of Muse, which is a good thing in my honest opinion. But
I
see
agree.
Noodle is red. I see
No,
see
it's
Noodle
not.
is
It's
red,
not because
so
of your
I'm
point. It's
let
not
her
because of
talk.
your point. No.
Bro, my ass is not talking about Sid.
We're not talking about School of Musical, Brett. Pato and Lily was just like, Pato bring up
Oh
the
my
fucking
God.
musical, and I was losing my shit, bro. We didn't give you a single mention.
I told. Wait. No, I told you what
Yeah,
happened.
no.
I told you what happened. I
But
said it would happen.
It's
I
gonna
said
happen.
it would happen.
It's gonna
Then I-
happen again. It's literally happening in real time.
So for context, for reference, me and for this sort of thing, I'm not gonna announce it yet, but
Yeah.
me and Noodle had this like planning document, and then we were like on a call like 2 days ago, and we were talking about this exact call, and Noodle was like, "Oh my God, you forgot Sim, you forgot the musical Pato was gonna get you." We listed out every single property. As we listed it out, I still forgot the musical.
We've got 2 times.
And then we forgot it twice. And I was like, no, we're gonna remember. And then we still forgot it again. But I don't think the musical counts. I think the musical still benefited from Muse nepotism, Love Live series nepotism, because
It was when we
musical still
discussed in the
sells
anime,
very well.
not towards the Nepo stuff. But it was when we discussed like the anime, like the turnaround. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
Oh, well,
So we
they're not
literally,
getting an anime.
yeah, we literally forgot. We literally, we just completely neglected it.
sorry. So sorry. But yeah, so I think it's good that Bluebird doesn't benefit from the nepotism of Muse. That is so healthy for Love Live as a franchise, because I am sick and tired of Love Live thinking that they can play it safe because they have this legacy behind them. They need to take some risks, and they need to do things that they haven't done before. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm done ranting.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you. Sorry. No, I remember a long time ago, not even probably that long ago, but when my mom always says this to me with Liela, he's always like, Liela got their merch where you knew the characters. I'm like, that's, yeah, because there was like such a safety net of it, like, it's Love Live, we can just do whatever. Especially with Stiff 2. Ooh, that game. I didn't even call it a game. It's just, yeah, no, but it's just like, they had such confidence in just doing stuff, and just thinking, oh, because it's Sif, it's gonna work. No! It's so different compared to how every other game functions now. Like, in terms of, like, you have Project Sakai, 3D models, MVs, whatever. And then you went back to, oh, actually, we don't have any music videos, and we're gonna make the gameplay worth, actually. Okay, whatever. But Bluebird is so, like, they don't really have that base format of, like, we get introduced, here's our anime, here's everything. it's very. I think someone's mentioned this before, but it's very like how Muse began. Like you just slowly get off, and then the more popular they get, the more stuff we get as fans or whatever. Also,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to whisper for a bit because I'm starting.
Yes.
It's really. But no, it's just Bluebird feels like they're just kind of hoping for the best. If it turns out well, then we're gonna benefit from it turning out well, more so than like, oh, yeah, it's Bluebird, so and it's Love Live, so it's gonna work. They don't seem to know that, especially with the budget video,
Mm.
which really tickled me. 'Cause it seems like very upfront. Like, we are kind of just freeballing it and hoping this works, like we did in the past.
You know what? And that's such a cool thing to. By the way, guys, I can talk. I was in debate, so I can talk. Please cut me off if I'm talking too much. But I
was
think
in
that's such an
debate.
interesting. I was in debate. I was in debate. High school debate champion, guys. High school debate champion. No, not kidding, but yeah. Anyways,
fuck?
I think it's such an interesting. Sorry guys, we're not here to talk about my high school debate career. Okay. But that is a cool thing to bring up, which is like Bluebird is the first Love Live group since Muse that actually has the potential to fail. Like Bluebird has the potential to wake up girls. Like that's the craziest thing ever. That's the crazy thing to say about a Love Live property, but that's what it is. And I think they know it. Okay, maybe Wake Up Girls is it's too dramatic. Maybe not. Maybe the Love Live safety net can like hold them. But like if Bluebird doesn't succeed or doesn't do as well, then the group that comes after Bluebird definitely can Wake Up Girls. You get what I'm saying? And that's a space that like we haven't been in since Muse. Period. Like I don't remember. I wasn't there.
It hasn't been
for Muse to
confirmed
be in
sandy
that
damage,
era.
but
You
like
get
it's
what
sort of
I'm
like a
saying?
meta sort of jokes type of
And I think
thing
that's
where it
just such
could
an
potentially
interesting
be the
aspect because,
actual Bluebird financials.
you know, I've told you guys about my theory, about my experience in Japan, and all that stuff. I've told you guys. I could reiterate if people want me to, but because of that, I think that staff is consciously making choices and taking that into consideration. That they're realizing like this isn't gonna be an instant success just because it's Love Live, and that's why we get the budget video, which I do think the numbers and the figures in that video, I think that they were real because when they were saying, "Hey, our YouTube channel has 67,000 subscribers," their YouTube channel literally has 67,000 subscribers. I think the money that they talked about making from the first live, I think that that's accurate. I think everything about that is accurate for them to show. Like, yeah, like we getting this shit out the mud, you know. We started from the bottom again. Let's see where we go. And I think that's cool personally.
I partially agree. It has been noted before that things are planned years in advance. I mean, you have Mia and Lenzu who were planned to be part of Niji since when what was it, Perfect Dream Project was even announced. And that was what? That was quite a bit of time. So they usually tend, from past groups, tend to have their first 5 years, I wouldn't say solidified, but mostly planned out. Obviously, with room to leave things to be tweaked here and there, which is why we got that reaction of, oh, our YouTube channel has 6 subscribers, and it was able to reflect so easily. But I don't think the number that they gave us was truthful because it's just bad business practice. But even regardless, I personally believe that it was an in character, in universe type of stream. I mean, why would they suddenly drop all the immersion that they've built up to just kind of throw in real world marketing numbers, real world business numbers? It just doesn't really connect in the same way.
I mean,
I
that
think
number
that
could have
kinda
been
brings-
just like number of seats times whatever a normal ticket price is, but it doesn't factor in the merch and stuff and other things. And also the part about them going down to 0 probably isn't true. Probably.
Right.
Probably.
And
Hopefully.
then there's a commenter that said, beep, 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 beep. Like, imagine if it's real, though. Concept of saying that you're in debt. Like, okay, so the thing is, Love Live, as a franchise, as a business, they've never stepped forward. Oh, I don't want to say never because I could easily be proven wrong, but if anybody has an example, do let me know. They've never stepped forward and said, hey, like, this is what's going on.
they usually tend to let something play out and then they don't really give a comment when it happens. Example being Link Likes closure. The most insight that we even got was from the people who worked on the app, the surprised staff who worked on the app, the people who said, "Hey, I was only notified of this 72 hours ago." So trying to believe that staff is going to just randomly be honest with people is a little misleading.
I just
Well,
wouldn't trust them.
I mean, yeah, I get what you guys are saying. And I think you guys are kind of persuading me, but also I think we gotta keep in mind like Link like that. I mean, unless the staff was Love Live staff, that was an outside company, and I
Mm-hmm.
mean, now I'm gonna put Pato on the spotlight. But around the time that that was happening, I recall Pato saying that the finances of that company was already known a year before the EOS was even announced, and that was a discussion on Twitter at some point last year. Now I don't have a source for that besides Pato, but I'm just saying if that is true, it's not weird to say that we haven't had visual like insights into what's going on with the business. I don't think they try and make it super visible, which gives credence to
Mm-hmm.
what you were saying though, which is like, yeah, maybe they probably maybe the numbers weren't accurate, right? Maybe the numbers weren't accurate, but I do think to an extent, like even the fact that they talked about the numbers in that meeting, we've never had a different like another Love Live group really do that. Like there was always just assumption that the rich girl in the group was the one paying for the music videos and the lives and everything like that, you know. And I think that that's a step forward in the sense of like being like, okay, this might not be directly like relating to what we as staff have planned, but like we're still aware that this is a get it out the mud mentality where and they're taking that kind of seriously and showing us that through the media.
Can I add to the Hasu comment as well? It was like, I think from the beginning, they said that they were, well, at least people working on it, the like staff members of the app were very open, like saying they couldn't do Fest X Lives every month anymore because it was just too expensive.
Yeah.
So it's always
You had to
kind of
downgrade it.
stuff ring. But but the staff at the point it was the staff were just so dedicated to getting the story out that it kind of worked. And I feel like the EOS, it was, of course, the main staff didn't know, and it was investor going break or whatever. But the EOS would have worked had it been like they didn't announce anything with like the Dream interlude or anything. Because it would have been 3 years, okay, cool, and whatever. Anime's coming out anyway, cool. I do like that they're trying to be as like realistic as possible with Ikizu Live's activities, but I also like it's also I remember bringing it up to Memo, who's like, "Girl, is this real? This is embarrassing." Because it's like, well, I'm not sure I can name any other franchise that's like so open to like trying to be like, oh, give us your money, please. But also, at least they were.
You
With
don't know about Prosecca? You don't know about Prosecca? Like
The fucking
you don't know
the
about
fucking
that?
tweet, the tweet.
You don't know about that tweet? Come on, this just happened yesterday. Come on, dude.
You guys mind if I like randomly change the topic?
What's up?
Yeah, go
Go
ahead.
for
I don't
it.
know if there's more to go on this one, but there was some talk in Noodle's Twitch chat and also earlier, like way earlier in the Discord, about the art style, about the use of 2D and 3D in general, and how that's kind of like lending itself to an anime.
I love it.
This might be an Idol Story exclusive. I don't know if anyone posted about this online.
No,
But,
not an Idle Story exclusive. You could go ahead.
Yeah, there was an ASEN panel today with Tabata
God.
That's right.
from Bluebird.
Hey,
There's
Sid.
another one tomorrow, but today was more like personal, I guess, or not like tied to Bandai. And he just talked about like Doda doing. He showed off like concept art sketches that he made.
I should have been there.
You have to
We
join.
do
It's
have
like
one
weird.
staff member that was in attendance today,
I
and
should have been there.
they said beady 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 bee because I wasn't prepared to open staff
Yeah.
chat.
Oh no, I'm reading it. Don't worry.
Oh, he's reading staff chat. Okay, well,
Yeah.
I did find it interesting though that they said that to draw Poka's head in
I love that
particular,
post.
they had to reference the main protagonist from Code Geass, if that's how you pronounce that.
Kogias.
So she's quite literally a square.
Kogias.
Yeah, so you don't
Yes,
know
Goss
the
Geass.
face I made when I saw Lelouch get mentioned in the chat.
They
Like, it
had
makes
to
sense.
reference Lelouch.
He by
What?
name mentioned him, so
Yeah.
that way he's able to tell the difference between Polka and the rest of the girls when doing animation.
So Polka's protagonist energy comes from Code Geass.
I
By the way, chat, TikTok chat. This is Lelouch. If you're too young to understand this, It's
I'm
crazy.
old enough. I just never watched the show, so I'm so sorry. I thought all this time it was like pronounced geese, as in like ducks. So
oh.
it's literally gee ass.
I thought it was geese. I was like, okay, code duck. We live for it.
No, that's old.
Yes, very old, but it's also very interesting, because it just really goes to show how you could just take an old art technique that you remember from way long ago and apply it to today's time. And again, it's just really amusing that Polka's head starting out is just square. It is angular.
Ain't nothing in that brain except for a big old cube.
Bro, that man did not
It's
want
really
me coming to
cute.
his panel. I was gonna ask him every question about Hanabi in the book.
Get all the concept art immediately.
No. I would have asked him why you keep showing off their legs. That's a little weird. Who made that decision? That's what I would have asked him. But
So
anyways.
apparently during the panel today, he also brought some correction sketches. Let's see. He wanted to show the audience how Bluebird, the 3D aspect blends with the 2D, which, like Sauce said earlier, I just do wish that there was a stream or something for it, because I do think so many of the English-speaking Akizu Live fans would have loved to hear about that.
I would love to see those sketches.
Yeah, I was
will
just
also
about to ask you
die
guys
see
if
this.
you
Oh,
had
wait,
some.
excuse me. I will also unalive to see those sketches. Is that how the kids say it?
I say
I would be
I
very
say something a bit more
restricted. I
vulgar,
don't
but
care. You
like
can say what you want to say. You can say what you want to say. I will.
I'll
I
sacrifice
get
someone in
restricted
VC
all
for
the
it.
time.
I mean,
I'm so
Hello.
sorry. I try to be mindful of the kids.
Yeah, so that happened.
How do you
That
do
was today. But
I
there's
was
also
waiting
a
for
panel tomorrow, so I'm hoping there's more info from tomorrow's.
So, trying to go into what the thing was, there was two different concepts for what his panels were going to be. So, let's see. Today was, spotlight on his career and creative journey. I guess he did live drawing. Yes, he did do a live drawing today, actually. And the
Yeah.
other one, that's enough scrolling of Twitter. I don't want to find out what the other one was for.
I give up.
That's so
I hate-
rude.
I hate
Actually,
Twitter, bro. I
I
hate
don't like
Twitter.
being on Twitter no longer. Night time, party time. Sorry.
No, that's valid.
Best sub unit song, guys.
I don't know
Best
what
sub
song
unit
this reminds me of.
Na, 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 yeah, yeah.
The only negative is that depending who was there and depending if people even knew there was a Love Live-ish panel, because I'll consider this a Love Live panel at that point, I just hope their reception of Akiza Live and Bluebird is, oh, well, not many people knew what I was talking about, so therefore nobody's interested. Like, please, no, we're very interested. Like, please.
Next day, next
please.
day.
We do have good
Yeah.
news though. Our person on the inside did have pen lights, and when Dota Doing started playing, they went crazy.
Nice. I would have been there. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. I should have went. My goodness gracious.
You made the
I
choice
decided
of
to be
us,
with you
damn it.
guys. I canceled at the last minute, and then I'm like so heavy regretting. I wish I was there.
I said don't fret. We could make it work.
Yeah, but I didn't know the things I know now. That's okay, guys. That's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, to be
Anyways.
honest, nobody would have known the things that we know now because there's really nobody else online talking about that panel. Which,
No,
Honestly,
no. Okay, I will be real for Asen. We knew he was there. Like I
Yeah.
knew it's in
Yeah.
his it was in his blurb and there
Yep.
was actually something because in the original like Asen schedule had like something about Love Live Bluebird anime out written on it and stuff like that. So like people knew, but you
Appreciate you
know
that shit.
we do gotta do a little better at getting more people like I said. Bluebird doesn't have Love Live nepotism syndrome. People aren't just gonna get into it because of the word Love Live. So
My biggest regret after reading what that staff member had to say about the panel was I do wish I could have hyped up that panel a lot more. Um, but it's just really, it wasn't the same as when we will hype up Seiyu visiting for cons and things.
Mm.
Because I don't know, this hasn't happened in a lot. Has this even happened where an artist
no,
from Love Live
No.
visited
no.
the United States?
This is the first time. So I do want to say like I don't want you like I understand why you feel that way because we do want Bluebird to like know that it has support, but like it's just so different. And even when I first saw the ASIN schedule guest list drop and I saw that he was being added and stuff like that, I knew that the reception wasn't gonna be like how it was when Soromaru showed up or whoever else shows up to cons because it's not a Seiyu, it's an
Because
artist.
it's not a Seiyu, yes.
Yeah, even whenever artists and character designers come to conventions outside of Love Live, the reception and the fan engagement for whatever series it is simply not the same. Like it's only the like real deep, otakus who are in there in those types of panels, or people who are like, oh yeah, I know about this show. I'm gonna just drop in for a little bit, but like what artists and stuff like that talk about isn't what usually appeals to the broader sphere of
The
fans.
general?
It's not super yeah, it's not super exciting. It's exciting for people like us because we're currently hosting a creator discussion and we're talking about aspects of everything. But like
I am currently
yeah.
really debating whether or not tomorrow afternoon if I should just post about at least that little tidbit about what that staff member told us.
I think you
I
Because
should.
think it'd be
Yeah.
really nice if you did.
I
Yeah,
think
it doesn't
it's
hurt.
interesting.
I
And then
think
they
you
also
should.
wrote, I probably, I mean, if somebody else wants to also, I mean, I don't mind, having at least searches to piggyback it. But they
Well, I mean,
also
I don't have
said
any info. If you can
he
actually,
had
can you
sketches
slide
for
that stuff?
Miracle Kotoban, and he said he wanted to make sure that it made it into the video. So he even
Oh, yeah.
advocated for Miracle Kotoban to be in there.
I'm so happy the
That's
Kotobones
goated.
are like,
That's actual ball.
yeah.
Actual true fan.
It feels like
Kotobans
it's
are
been
so
forever.
That makes me
generational.
so happy, bro.
They're rite of passage.
We stole
Wait,
traditions.
I'm
Who said you
sorry.
got-
Do you have that stuff as like a tweet, or is that only in the staff chat? Like, can we access that information? Because I haven't heard.
Yeah,
about
it's in
that.
our auto story staff server.
Yeah,
Because
that's,
we have an HQ.
Yeah, F and
that's
chat.
why Hoshi
I'm
said
not in
she's
there.
debating
F and
tweeting
chat,
it,
F and
which
chat.
I think would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think you should tweet it, because I don't think people know about. I mean, and then I'm gonna be real. As a routine ASIN goer, they would have gave if he was a Seiyu, they would have gave him the biggest room. I'm imagining he has a very small room that could fit maybe 100 people max. I'm not
Aw.
gonna lie. It probably wasn't, or maybe maybe like 200, but that's like a medium sized room, and I would not visualize it being filled. Now you can
Yeah,
you can
To,
confirm that, but yeah.
to be realistic, he's competing with an Idolmaster concert.
Also, he's competing with Idolmaster. I forgot about
Yes.
that. Yeah.
There's
I
been a
forgot.
lot of
Which is-
people.
Yeah,
for
it's
that
got
one.
the
Gaku
parking lot,
Mask
everything.
tomorrow. Gaku Mask Ian tomorrow, guys. Who's excited?
Me, because I have one character that I'm really
Humiliation
into.
ritual.
So I don't know about y'all, but I
Oh, yeah.
don't really have an end time. I can go as long as we want to go, but
Oh,
if you guys
that's a
want,
good point.
How about some fun
Because I-
Q&As?
yeah, I was gonna.
Oh,
say,
yeah, we
can
did mention the
Can we take a
Q&As.
bathroom break? Can we take a bathroom break real quick?
Bathroom break?
I have
Yeah.
a pot. I have a small wine. All right, I'll be back.
All right, bye,
2
Nishi.
minute 2 minute bathroom nap.
Just
Well,
yeah.
in the meanwhile,
Okay.
does anybody have any questions they want to send in?
Well, I was gonna say if we want to like structure this, we can talk about what we want to come up in the future with Bluebird, and then close out with like Q&A.
Okay, I think that's good because after that I'll probably go to bed.
No,
That's fair.
Star.
I am a little
It's
hungry.
2 p.m.
That's true. I'm sorry.
Well, in any case, while we're waiting, how's everyone else doing?
How you
You know,
feeling,
everyone else
Pato?
that's not.
How you feeling, Pato?
No, not you, Noodle, not you. I'm
I didn't
talking
say
about
that.
Pato.
I literally didn't even do anything yet. What the hell?
So Noodle, did to refresh my memory, did you end the Kahoot with 0 points?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Luckily, I got 2 questions right.
Okay, you're spared for today.
The spread from
I'm
what? The
curious
fuck?
what the Kahoot was.
You should have seen that Kahoot. It was crazy, bro. That Kahoot was actually insane.
Sister,
You
That
don't
was
know the
insane, and then
Do you
I
not
was
know
thinking
the
the
amount
same.
of mind battles like that was going on?
immediately after that Kahoot, like I think it was literally we did it Wednesday, and then on Thursday, was it Alex who dropped the Hasu quiz?
Yeah, the Hasu quiz.
Dude, that shit was insane. That
I
made
think
my
so.
stuff look like a cakewalk.
I was gonna say, what'd you get for your score?
I don't want to say.
No, I'll say mine. I'll say mine. I'll say mine if you say yours. I'll
I
say
got more
mine
than
if
half.
No, I'll say mine. Wait, how many questions were it again?
50.
Okay, I got 23 right.
I don't
Ooh.
remember if it was 28 or 29. It was
Smart.
somewhere around there.
I got 47. Ow, my shoulder. Yeah.
Tony,
I'm not
Tony,
braced
Tony,
enough
you're a
to
real one.
attempt it.
Tony, you're a real one. Get over here.
GG. Like I know what the concept of traditional songs is in Hasu.
You have fun in Japan.
I don't know when they ever say, "Oh, this one is, this one isn't."
Yeah, that was
Probably
how
in the story. Or the song descriptions.
I
PFD
watched
Alright,
that like
guys.
3 years ago.
I'm back with a nice, cool, non-alcoholic beer. So
I am drinking alcohol.
So let's see. Let's see. A commenter mentioned something about what time zone everyone's in. So I do think it's interesting that I am making my own topic as we go here. Do you feel Love Live is best enjoyed depending on your time zone?
Ooh.
Yeah, don't be in California.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, what about us?
Why?
Their
Okay, so
namas are at
we're just
4
throwing
a.m. You
strays
guys
now.
are
Okay,
struggling.
okay.
yeah, I do gotta lie. When I'm on the West Coast, it is hell. It is hell. When I
is
am
great.
on,
I had a great time.
when I'm in Chicago, great time. When I'm in Japan, incredible time. Incredible time.
I have a great
I-
time because for me, GMT is like I get the streams at like usually like 11 or 12 like a.m. and then lives start at like 8 a.m. or like earlier than that, which is like fine.
What the fuck?
Beautiful times.
Can anyone tell Ikizu Live to stop doing namas on Wednesday? Because I work from home Tuesday and Thursday, and they just like completely screw me over with doing it on Wednesday.
So EST is our time zone, and it was convenient. There was a lot to work with, but because of my own job, I'm less around at the time that news decides to suddenly drop. And then I'll be honest, even when it did drop at a ripe 7 or 8 a.m. in the morning, I would have been asleep.
Yeah.
But still, at least I had the opportunity to be home and absorb whatever they just put out, maybe tweet about it or whine in staff chat that I was asleep. But just not being able to have the choice, and I'm watching my phone occasionally just glow at work, knowing that something's going on. It is rough.
I will say, I think being West Coast, like when I'm on the West Coast, for people who don't know, I travel a lot and I have different places in all time zones across the states. So like for me, when I'm on the West Coast, I don't even bother unless like I'm like, bro, no, 4 a.m. I try waking up. We Ikizu, they'll give us like a 5-minute video. I'm like, bro, I'm not waking up out of my sleep at 4 a.m. You know, I'll just catch up when I catch up. So it does take some of the like fun out of it, you know, when I'm not able to participate in real time. But like, that's a skill issue. I'm being honest. Like, I just kind of get over it. I don't think it takes away from my overall enjoyment of everything, you know, but it is better when I'm able to watch the premieres with everyone else and, you know, see the comments happening and stuff. So
I'm similar. It doesn't take away from my enjoyment, but the thing is that I'm a very easy to please person. That is why Idle Story is still alive, because you could kind of jingle some keys in front of me and I'll just, I'll be mesmerized by it. Um, like even this morning, I keep mentioning her, and that is just me. I am very sorry, but they did the third year's Bokutatsu figures for Muse, and that was posted at 5 a.m. I I'm already bustling at that hour. So I didn't get to see that until maybe 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I don't know. Whenever I reacted on Twitter is when I saw it, and I busted out into tears in my Uber. And my Uber driver was very concerned for me. But the point is that everyone else had like a full 9 hours to react to that thing before I did. And it didn't take away from the enjoyment, but
Well,
just having the
if it
delayed
makes you
reaction
if it makes you
does
feel any
kind of.
better, I didn't find out about it until you just said something. So so like at least you got ahead of me.
Yeah, so I really, really like Mesmer. But anyway, let's talk about why we're all here.
The grass is green. Don't worry.
Yeah, Nishikino, while you were gone, we said we're gonna do like one more topic about future hopes, and then we'll do some Q&A.
Okay, sweet.
So
Future
why
hopes.
don't you start?
Oh, my future host. I think I've kind of like outlined it. What I want to see is I want to see, this is my future hope, so I don't care what anyone else has to say. I want to see Ikizu take the mantle from Muse. I want there to be a proper handoff
Ooh.
of the Love Live franchise from the legacy of Muse to the legacy of whatever Ikizu Live can build.
So you
Um,
want nepotism?
no, I don't.
Nepotism.
That's no. I in my mind, it's like okay, so like I made a tweet about this a while ago and Noodle once talked about this on stream where I was like, yeah, like Love Live can always like rely on Muse in the sense of like they don't care what they do because if something doesn't work with one of the newer groups, oh, they'll just drop some more Muse merch and stuff like that to distract and then they'll make up that revenue or whatever the case may be, right? Um and what I want to see, and I am a Muse fan, guys, I swear to God, I'm a Muse fan. But I want to see Muse retire, and I want them to successfully pass on that mantle to I want them to successfully pass on that mantle to Ikizu.
He's going to kill
Guys,
Hoshi.
I need you to Hoshi. I need you to be realistic. We only have Fest left. We only have Fest left. Like,
Says you. I'm
where's
gonna
Kusa?
hug all.
Where's
I'm gonna hug
Kusa?
all 1,000 different items in my Nozomi collection.
They gotta do it before
Yeah,
they start
get out
coming
the
out on
kitchen.
stage with the walkers.
Yeah, like they already got kids. Like Reepe's showing up to practice with her twin babies. Like, come
That's
on, man.
so cute, bro.
It is cute.
Exactly.
It's so cute. But still, like,
But you
I
know,
think-
holding the baby.
Okay, let me
Oh.
cook.
but my point is right. A healthy franchise wouldn't keep pulling back on its heavy hitters like that if they have full trust in their newest groups. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, we know that there's some members of Muse who unfortunately only have Muse to pay the bills. But like, like besides that, the fact that Love Live, the franchise, keeps doing this is indicative of like we trust Muse, like we know that they're gonna pull something in. And so my hopes for Ikizu is that Muse can successfully retire and shut the door on that chapter and they can pass on that mantle of being the group that is pulling in the guaranteed sales and the guaranteed hype and the guaranteed love from Muse. And it's not disrespecting Muse. I love Muse. You guys know I love Muse. I love Muse so much. But I think it's more respectful to be like, hey, like, okay, we love what you have done. You guys are legends. This is your legacy, Now, the real next generation who's going to continue what you're doing is going to be Ikizu, because it wasn't Aqua's, it wasn't Niji, it wasn't, you know, anyone since then, because they all had Muse to rely on. They all had Muse to bring the love with. You feel me? So that's what I want for Ikizu. I want Ikizu to be so successful it can be the next Muse.
See, I would agree with you, but you keep using that dreaded R word. We don't like that word. Okay, so we'll take that word.
Well, I don't
we'll
like this
look it up.
song. I don't like this song that's playing. So I guess we all don't like something right
I
now.
didn't like the one before this one, to BF.
I like that there's purple, but beyond that, anyway. So it's funny because Hasuna Soda was supposed to be, well, saying supposed to be makes it seem like it's a fact. So let's scratch that. The people working on Hasu's story, it's been in a couple interviews about how Muse really did influence. Are you saying that you would like something out of Ikizu that just doesn't have Muse influence? But then it's hard
No,
because
no, no,
didn't
no,
we
no.
already get Muse influence?
No. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all.
No, I just want you to clarify because I wasn't really sure.
Yeah. No. What I mean is, I'm talking from a franchise-wide perspective. I love the fact that we have confirmation in Ikizu Live Story, or like implication, that Muse members are officially old. They're working jobs. They're in society. They're not school idols anymore.
You're using these
Versus
words as I'm like old and jobs and society.
but that Chun Sensei, like, that's what it is. Kanan, Akira was like, oh, the nice lady got my brother's hat. Like, they're not teenagers. They're not in this fiat world of, they're still teenagers. Like Sifas had them all together, you know. Muse is still teenagers, you know. I like the fact that with Ikizu, Muse has presumably grown up, and I think that's healthy. And so I think with the little hints to Muse that they have in Ikizu, where their first live in story takes place at Otsunokizaka Auditorium, and now it's getting torn down, and Chun Sensei is helping them, you know, and all of that stuff to me is kind of getting at what I'm saying. I don't want there to be no Muse references at all. What I want it to be is that the legacy that Muse had in starting a huge dynasty like Love Live is not just carried on through Ikizu like it has been with Aquas and, you know, everyone else, but that mantle, that crown is passed to Ikizu. And now Ikizu is the front runner of the franchise instead of it being Muse. That's what I want it to be.
That makes more sense. I will say I do love that there is a possibility of adult Muse and adult Aqua. I will say I really do like that. And this is coming from someone who was baited during that one episode of Sunshine when the Kurosawa sisters were really excited to go to Kanda. And, you know, I was excited to watch, and then there was no Nozomi. But anyway, in the same vein, it's, oh, you know, sacred place. This is where they were. This is, you know, where so many memories were built. I do enjoy that. And I would like to see more of that. But I don't want that to be what brings people into Akiza Life either, if that makes sense.
Because we already see whenever, like, for example, Idol Story, you make a tweet that relates it to Muse in some way, that's when I see the most activity happen for Bluebird in general, especially on Twitter and social media. So if you were like, it's like, so like, I heard saw in the chat say double-edged sword, and that's probably the best way of putting it. Because if you are gonna do like a sort of like passing the mantle thing, the moment that happens, it's gonna be on Twitter like, oh my god, and then everyone will start fucking pouring in. They'll cause the exact sort of like cause the exact situation that we kind of don't want to have.
But you know, that's
We're
why
gonna be the very
like
thing that we swore to destroy.
Yeah.
But that's why it is important. Like, I don't know, maybe like in my mind, that's why to me it's good that they're taking their time with the story of Ikizu, that they're drip feeding us content, that they're being slow with this type of stuff. Because if this is really like the idea behind staff, like, I don't know, right? This is just my thought process, right? I don't know if that's what they're actually trying to do, but if they want that to happen, then the careful deliberation and consideration as to how they handle things is important. I think that the kind of like baits of like showing Muse and stuff like that, knowing that that's gonna bring in engagement, that isn't, excuse me, that isn't necessarily a bad thing, guys. Like that can be great if it's done well in a way where, like, yeah, like let's say there's an anime and then we see older Muse showing up at their first live, and that's like the screenshot that's going around Twitter, right? Hypothetically, right? Now we got people hopping in, being like, oh, we're gonna check this out. And it will only suck if what they show us in Love Live Bluebird isn't as good or better than School Idol Project. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like you have to kind of be slow and considerate with doing this if this is what they decide to do.
If you put it like
If
that,
it's a-
oh sorry, you go first.
Go ahead, Noodle. Go ahead.
No, if you put it like that, I'm actually sort of visualizing it to the point where they can already build themselves up. So like when that inevitable sort of pass the mantle in some sort of way, I'd be the screenshot you mentioned, oh the Muse cameo, it'll already be like they aren't leaning, they aren't dependent on it. They're already independent. They're just getting extra leverage in a sense.
I do believe
Exactly.
we've seen some of that already. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with seeing the new Hasu cards that recently came out, but that was the first real visualization of Gold Idols in college. And it was just seamlessly just thrown in, like senpais furthering their education.
I love it.
They were.
Oh, yeah.
And there was no debate. It was just fact. Like there was, the real time aspect, but we got to see, the girls grow, and they got phased out, putting that in quotes because they keep feeding us 102 member content. But it is possible. It is possible to incorporate, how do I explain, the past but with the now.
I think with Muse specifically and Aqua, because those are probably going to be the two groups that they do it with. I think Niji and Superstar, like Liela, are still going to be in that like kind of like limbo state, fiat state. But I think with those two, the best way to do it is honestly like they have to do it with acknowledging that this is a legacy that we're building on. Like they can't just completely disregard them, like just show Chun Sensei and then just act like Muse didn't happen. But they can't also let them overtake the story, right? Which is why I do think it's good. Like if we go back to what we were talking about earlier in the tweets, like the auditorium closing is a passing mention in the tweets because that's not central to the story of Bluebird. But to us fans, that's a huge thing, and that's kind of how they have to keep it, is like still giving that like respect and reverence where it's due to, what came before. And it probably would be cool if there was like a little moment like, oh shit, now I'm cooking. Okay, guys, like the School Idol Project movie, right? When Honoka meets older Honoka and she's like talking to her and shit like that, and it looks like the old meeting the young, and we don't know if that's like actually like older Honoka or just some random woman, right? What if we had that moment recreated but with Honoka and Polka? Like what if we had that, and that could be like that symbolic like passing the mantle of like, like Polka is like depressed and she doesn't know what to do. Maybe like maybe the club is failing or something like that, and then like we have that moment, we have that scene in the narrative where like she goes to Honoka and we know who Honoka is, and she learns who Honoka is, and then that advice that is given, it just seems like, all right, but I'm telling you this, like Honoka's like, I'm telling you this because I went through it, but I don't have nothing to do with that anymore. I'm cooking manju, I'm living my life, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what we need with it if they were to make this work. Because otherwise, having Muse take up too much of the picture, then Ikizu doesn't have any substance, to new fans coming in. And having them take up too little is rage bait. You get what I'm saying?
That does tie in a little with
Sorry.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. With the auditorium closing, I think it's also important to mention that it's not just going to be gone. It's important that they say, oh, they're also getting a new one. It's also being rebuilt, so Muse's impact is still felt at Otonokizaka. And it's like, I don't know if it's hard to say if they would retire Muse after Bluebird when it's still the importance of Muse in the story, and just they're still present in the way. And I guess if I had to say my own hopes for Bluebird, it would be that it just impacts people at a greater scale than the previous animes, other than like Niji and Layla. Sort of going back to that sort of Muse being not like that kind of popularity where it's like people are connecting and able to just be like, yeah, this is heartwarming. It may not be the best written thing ever, but it's that kind of thing you want to engage with because it makes you happy, sort of thing. I'm not saying that the other ones don't do that, but I think there was like some sort of like atmosphere around Muse that hasn't been able to come out again, and it's
Oh my
kind
God,
of
thank you for saying
important to
it.
the story of Bluebird too.
It's
Thank you
because
for
they had
saying that.
Nozomi.
Slight truth, slight facts.
True.
So they
Muse is
did mention, I forgot, I think it
Muse
was
is
in a tweet that like Chun Sensei brought her friends and they all seemed like really happy to
yeah.
watch their live. Like that to me
Yeah,
was
something.
almost like the mantle moment. It was very passive though, and it should have been. It's not going to be the focus, but it did give you that feeling of what could have been. Maybe it was Muse. Maybe Chun Sensei is Kotari, and that was, why did it bring so much fulfillment to this teacher?
Oh no, so it is kind of confirmed that it is Muse through a Shion tweet right after that.
Oh yes, I
Because
forgot.
yeah, the Shion tweet, she's like tweaking. She's like, I seen a legend. I saw a legend. Oh my god. Rah, 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 rah. And then I want to say maybe the Akira tweet kind of confirms that too. But like, I get what you're saying, but for me, I want that mantle moment to kind of be more significant than that. Like, they kind of reacted, like the Ikizu girls, they kind of reacted a little too calm. Besides
Because for them
Shion,
it was
like
a nothing burger, except to
yeah.
Shion.
For them it was a nothing burger. That's what I'm saying. I want the mantle moment, like when it happens. I want it to be like something like so monumental
Juicy
for
burger. No,
everyone that we really get that feeling of like, yeah, like this is it, like this is it. But like at the same time, I also want it to be like Bluebird earned it, you know. I don't think if we
Ooh.
take the auditorium thing as like the mantle moment, I don't think they really earned it. Even though First Live was really good, I don't think that they're there yet, but I think that they can get there. And that's why my hope is that the story and everything IRL can progress in a way where like when that moment happens, the fans can't rage. The fans can't be mad that Muse is retiring or Muse is, because I honestly think personally, I don't think they're gonna take Muse out. I think we're gonna still have Seiyu content, but I think as far as like being active in lives and stuff like that, that's gonna wind down until they eventually do. Because if I'm being honest, when I went to Japan and I went to all these different Love Live stores, I mean these stores to get Love Live merch, the Muse section was super small. So I kind of feel like they're already trying to wind them down a little bit, just me personally. But I want it to be that whenever it happens that they do shut it down, that it's not something that like people are mad about, but that people can understand like and feel happy like yes, yes, Ikizu Live can continue is on. Unlike what happened when Aqua's was announced. Like, yeah, we don't want that again.
That's true. Yeah, they're giving you a please wrap it up in chat.
Bro, I'm gonna mute myself. I'm gonna let them
We had
all
many
talk.
people before
You
before
don't
I
gotta
asked
kill
you
yourself like that.
what we wanted from the future of Bluebird. I'm just saying.
Bro,
I,
everybody's
I
asking
never
what's
really
my
directly
topic.
answered the question, so I guess my
Right.
hope for Bluebird will be, oh gosh, something that how do I even go about it? How do I word it in a way that doesn't sound like it's something that can pull everybody in without people having to debate it needed extra help. Like for example, the manga, this stuff it needs to be fan translated and it's not official subs. I think my wish would be whoever's translating the lyric videos, please do some more stuff. Please do more, even if it's just that little thing, because it's still accessibility. Even if it's the tiniest thing, just to even have official English subs on lyric videos. I mean, as the premiere, that would just be so wonderful. Listen, I ain't asking for much. I told you I was easy to play.
I will say that what they're doing is like leaps and bounds better than what Hasu did, for example, but more is always better.
More is always better, yes, but reasonably and tangibly. And if that's all they could get, they can give us right now, then okay, do that. Use the resource that you have and keep applying it to other places. Which is why I said earlier about, reusing some of these artists that they have for these lyric videos and, repurposing their work into other things.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna ask Star to go next because I'm either going to very much agree or very much disagree with
The fuck?
her response.
The fuck?
With my hopes for Bluebird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys aren't ready for what I'm gonna say. I want them to have a game so I can
Yeah, there it is.
No, but just the game isn't necessarily the most important thing as much as I do want one for not just Bluebird but for everyone because it's just nice engagement. I really want Bluebird to I also want voted songs back, but I know that's also greedy too, and not everyone's gonna agree with that either because it causes war on Twitter. But that's also fun for me. I haven't done that yet. I want to get more on Twitter, but I really want them to succeed. Like I don't really have a specific thing besides those two like little fun things that they could bring back, because I just want it to be like I can talk to someone about Love Live and they'd be like, oh yeah, like the Bluebird one. I'm like, yeah, you may be new gen. You might not have watched the other ones, but like, Bluebird, that's different. Not everybody knew Liela. Shit. I would just something that brings the community together more, having more. But it does seem like they're trying to have more like global reach, sending the Seiyu out and stuff like Liela today for September and all this. I don't know. I'm really happy with the idea that they could succeed and be popular again. I have nothing really too adventurous to say.
Yeah, so I'll say I actually don't completely disagree on the game thing. I would think like because we mentioned earlier like it takes 3 years to get an anime. A lot of people think it's going to be announced at Second Live, which if it does, great.
No.
If it doesn't, that's
I feel like the
completely
game's more likely
fine.
since Mai was
I was
like,
gonna say
I'm
if
gonna
they
make it
don't
up.
do that, they need something big, like maybe a game
Yeah.
at Second Live.
We're not getting an anime announcement at Second Live. Wake up!
Dude,
Wake
people thought it was gonna
up!
be this week.
You were under spells, people. You were under
Wake
spells.
up! Oh my god, that's the fake news propaganda. Golly, that would be terrible for
If
business.
if they do announce anime, then someone has to do a forfeit. Aka Nishikino has to do a forfeit.
I will eat my sock on live if they announce. I will eat my sock on TikTok live if they announce. I will eat my sock after I've been in the gym doing leg day for 2 hours and walking on a treadmill if they announce anime at Second Live. They're not gonna do that. If they were gonna do that, they would have announced the anime at First Live and not even bothered with the whatever the book is. They wouldn't have bothered with that.
Yeah, can you
Doesn't
type
make
that
any
out
sense.
so I can pin it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Hold on.
We need evidence.
Yeah,
Noodle, did you share your dream?
No, I've not yet. No, I've not. I have not. I am a very, very simple person. Regardless of all, you guys have talked about some really amazing points. I am way more personalized. I want the series to make sure it can make me feel something. I remember back when Bluebird originally got teased out. I remember Mimo actually, when the tweets started pouring in, Mimo made this little image with all the blackened characters being like, I think like the whole theme is, these characters are trying to live, what is my life and type shit. So they explain, Mimo put like the goals of like, what they were struggling with and stuff like that. And as the series gone along, we talked about, those darker themes, stuff like that. I still see traces of it, in the tweets and stuff like that, and especially in, the chapters of and all that kind of jazz. But I really want it to be focused on in a more general sense. I'd rather be an adaptation that completely focuses on it, because obviously, like, it's direct, like, like how Nishikino said, it's like explicit a lot of times, but I do think it can sometimes be scattered across the tweets, along with like, you got look at different multimedia. So I would like at least like one adaptation. It could be an anime, it could be a game story, it could be either one of those, and I'd be okay with it. But I would like it to like, you know, focus on that trying to live aspect, take every sort of advantage you can have via like the POV changes, maybe have some tweets, maybe have some visuals and stuff like that. Like I'm a bit biased. I came off watching MyGo like a couple weeks ago, and obviously I don't want to, you know, the rip it bar for bar, but I would like to have that sort of focus. And I feel like it's
that was called All Star Season 2.
Repeat that.
Also
Sorry.
season two.
Oh, Sunday clipped your
I was
ass.
gonna say All Star Season 2.
Good. Clip me. Clip
Don't-
me. I'll
Hoshino,
do it.
don't do this to me right now.
Did we not have a dark theme?
No,
A character
that's
who just felt so lonely,
No,
and she went and she took every advantage that she
so,
had.
that's not. No, I'm saying take advantage in terms of like the storytelling, the story
No,
structure.
she
Mimo,
took
do
advantage,
not
she
fucking
wanted
say
to be
LOL. I'm
friends.
talking about the story structure. Take advantage of it with show don't tell visualization,
This
camera
one
work,
did not take
camera
advantage of the
work,
third
camera work, cinematography. You know what I'm talking about. I would love.
Len did not have great cinematography.
Oh my god! Just cause I forget
Just
one
paid
word
extra
does
for
not
that.
make it. No, we're not talking about CFS. No CFS mentioned any.
But I am loosely trying to get at the fandom. It's very difficult to approach certain themes considering how terribly so many people took Lanzu's story.
I know. I fucking
And I think Lanzu's story
fucking hate
because she
it.
was the main character.
I still might
feel like
gripe.
some of
I,
the other things-
Like, I love Lanzu because everyone's like, oh,
Yeah.
she's the worst. She's that, and you're like,
Def-
what? She's just
Def.
She just made a different club. My God.
He's
Actually,
Girls are
actually, I
standing
would
friends.
be willing to argue, but let's not make.
That's,
wait.
that's like my concern also about like game before anime, because like obviously it's not going to be a one-to-one copy.
Yeah,
but, like,
adaptation.
And they're
is
already,
it
like-
gonna be like a Kors and Sif, or is it gonna be like Niji and Cyphus?
I would love it if it was okay. During game time, I get to talk about having a game, yeah. But no, for me, the way Bandori did how Maigo's story was just the anime put into the game, that was fine for me. I'd kind of prefer that format where it's like, oh, you don't actually have to remove anything that was told. You get cards from specific scenes. That's what I also
Did
love about
CFUS.
Hasu is that because of the story format, you get the cards from those scenes. You're like, oh, I want to have that card with me because I really love that episode so much. Like Kaho and Kozue crying when they didn't win the first love line. My God, I love that scene so much. It's so good. But it's like we don't really get that in any other game. Even Sif Ass was like, here's our
Yo,
main
thanks,
story,
bro.
and here's our random
Thank you.
events where we do boo boo nothing. We go time traveling somehow, which is like okay, sure. But yeah, I don't know.
I
And
mean,
the thing is,
that's-
Hasu has similar. We just couldn't really capitalize on that because we didn't have the story subs. But that's a skill issue on our end, I suppose.
Yeah, we're just fucked. Like Loki. No offense. Like we didn't have the opportunity.
Oh my god! Wait, guys! Did you see that they're claiming Hasu subs?
Did we see? Hey, Sauce, did you know about that?
No, who posted about it?
Yume.
Jeez,
I saw you. I thought it
wonder.
was Yumi Gipsu, the Twitter.
Oh my bad. My bad.
I'm
Sorry,
sorry, we're
guys.
not part of every translator chat for Hasu, so I had no clue. Sauce, did you know?
Golly! I'm talking
Golly, Sauce.
Was
We
it?
seem to be
Whiz.
going
was
off
it just
topic
on the
here.
Idol story
like.
one, or was it the idol story one? Or was Remida as well?
I wonder if the 250 people that liked my tweet know about the Hasu sub situation.
It's not
So
any of us,
apparently
that's for sure. Wait, actually, it might be
It
me.
was,
Give me a
it was
sec.
every reiteration of episode 9 and some
Jesus.
parts of episode 4, because some in Spanish also got removed. And
Yeah,
Portuguese,
Luna's translations. Oh, sorry, Luna's translation as well.
that's our translation, Noodle.
Was it like?
Oh, my
Was
bad.
it automatic? Or was it like the staff doing it,
What's that?
or is there like a thing? Was it like automatically claimed, or was it just like the staff being like?
It was automatic.
goodbye?
But in order to automatically claim something, you have to tell YouTube to automatically claim it. So they could have just been chill about it.
I mean, I'm not particularly worried, but it is very random
I am.
for that particular episode. For not, because I don't know, they're all smart. They're much smarter than me. They do some techie stuff. They beep and they boop, and then somehow things happen. That's why I manage and I do a lot less doing because everyone else
Question:
is smart. They're gonna figure it out. They're wizards.
Did they even get up to episode 9 with their jank ass subs?
I
No.
think they got to like.
I think up to
episode-
Megami.
Oh, they got the 10. Drug says.
Yeah,
Oh,
I was about to say that. I think they got to 10.
Yeah, I just
They-
remember the episodes were like shorter in 103, so I wasn't sure how far they got.
Yeah, they did not
Yeah.
get that far.
Oh
Sorry,
wait,
back to
so
topic.
you didn't say your dream.
Dream
I didn't
game.
say mine. I just agreed with you. But yeah, Noodle, you go first.
What? What are we talking about now?
What do you
Our
want to
hopes?
see?
I already talked about my hopes. I talked about my
He
hopes.
said his hopes was
Did-
for
Yes.
Lanzu.
No, I
Yes,
not.
you did.
How she know?
Yeah, I thought that was a bit.
No, I just wanted something more of an adaptation to focus on like the
Oh,
elements of
emotional,
like yeah, like actually trying to live the life, but more focused on instead of kind of scattered across. Not Lonju. Okay, maybe a little bit Lonju. Okay, maybe a little bit, maybe like 10%.
You want someone to come in and take over the Discord server.
Oh my.
True.
Why? How is that the interpretation you got?
Because that's what you just said. Is
I
that
have
not
been
what you did?
I have been misinterpreted like fucking 5 times today.
I understand you.
What if the
sister.
people who actually made the original like Discord channel that they use for the club now comes back and they're like, actually, no, this was ours. We're gonna use it for this club.
Yo, I want to get in on the Discord that Chion was using in the MV, because that was definitely Discord.
Oh yeah.
But that's why I think
mean,
she would take over Discord servers.
That's what I thought the implication was that their school chat is on Discord. Because they said like the channel, like they literally call it a channel that they found. That's how they got the name for the club.
Oh yeah.
They were like, it's a like old channel that hadn't been used in a while. So I just assumed that they saw like a almost archived like Discord channel, and they're using Discord.
Dang, is this
Imagine
copyright
going to school
infringement?
on Discord.
Or maybe it's
Chats.
Nightcord. Who knows?
My
What's your
Can
dream,
I-
Sauce?
So my hopes, I'll keep it like kind of general, because like I think a lot of things that they can do would be okay, but there's specific things that I think would be really good for them. Obviously the second live needs something big, whatever it might be.
Mm.
But I think until
Especially 'cause
then,
it's like,
I want to see them like take the concept that they're doing with like fan engagement and kind of like bring it back to what they did with Niji. Like, voted singles is going to be another bloodbath, but I think they should do something that like gives us a character focus. Like, who's the next daily life video going to be about? And it can like, they can finally do like cross satellite videos instead of what we have right now, which is just like the usual people interacting. Because more character interaction right now would be good too.
That's pretty good.
Basically anything that involves seeing the characters more.
Real.
I do like
Just-
that they're going to be doing 10-minute videos. Oh, well, they didn't say they were all going to be 10 minutes, but those solo videos they just announced.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
Guys,
Midoriya was on like a minute 30.
Hun energy.
Can I soft launch me going to bed?
Oh, I
It's
thought we were gonna do a
very
QA.
late.
Yeah, that's probably how
Is
we're
it-
gonna close it out. But I mean,
Okay.
Okay.
just at Star on Twitter with questions.
Star,
so she can go to bed.
please.
I can do maybe like 10, 15, but it's 2:30.
Yeah, no, it's up to you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you just coming in the first place. To be
Please.
Yeah,
Well, I had a lot of fun. I'll stay.
Please.
I'll give it
please.
15 minutes, but
honest. They're flexing on you in Spain because it's an hour later there.
Does anybody have any questions
Oh,
for
yeah.
Miss Star? That this beautiful specimen of a human.
The alien from Yuigoka.
my favorite ship, for Ikizu Live, Akihana, That's like
Thank
so elite.
you.
It's the best one.
Winning.
Ooh, they say
Akihano
that's the best one out of
winning.
10. And then just in general, I love Tomono Gurete, Tomari Margrethe. I love the little comic of them from Love Live days. It's so good. I enjoy that so much. Pokebus Girl. She is one of my faves. I didn't expect her to be.
Aw.
Was that the end? Of
Ikizu Live top 3. Hanabi is my number 1.
Star, you have a question for
And
Mimo.
shoot, no, maybe. Oh no, what's he said?
Go back to the
What kind of game do you want for Bluebird? What game do you want to emulate?
Ooh.
RPG.
Oh god. Give me Bluebird Fortnite. I've been playing Fortnite a lot. No, I think I would love a game that gives me gacha cards, rhythm, and MVs. I'm not asking for much, honestly. So I mean, Human Miss pretty much got it down. The training's fun, but I don't know how they'd fit into Love Live. But I'm really down for anything.
I
Bluebird
also didn't
Fortnite.
mention this when we talked about games before, and we might disagree with this, but I don't think you can do another all group game. Like
I think
Yuz
that's
and
fair,
Akors
but also-
are canonically adults in Bluebird. Hasu probably doesn't
Yeah.
exist in the same timeline, so it's kind of just got to be about Bluebird.
Unless
Ikizu
they want to
Live.
do some
I
fuckery.
wouldn't mind, but it also, I kind of, if they do another game for Bluebird, can it be Bluebird and you have a different game for everyone else? Because Leela suffered the most from not having a game, because they were kind of shoved into Sif with like
Yeah.
hardly anything, and that was so to get me started.
They can always twist it. They can always twist the universe they want to. They can always they can freely do that if they want to.
But
Zenith Rose is so
SF2 did similar. Well, not similar, but they did their own separate stories, which is probably one of the
That's
things I did like about it. It did keep them separate, and then they got no story.
I think if they,
True.
I think if
that's
they
what
did
sucks.
like their own stories, adapt the anime into the story, and then kind of like instead of stopping it at the movie, kind of like, oh, we're stopping like at this point so we can have more cards and more like mini stories. Like if you like, I wish Umi got more attention, and instead you can have extra Umi episode, fun, and then they could do like special limited events where they get like a crossover unit, like ice cream, like gotcha or something. Like I don't know.
I will kill for hot pot cheesecake gotcha.
Noodle, your chat's a lot nicer than mine.
Yeah, I have Mimo. I have username as Sandy. Also, I
It's
have
not,
Mimo.
It's not Aqua. There's an R in it. It's Aquars. It's ours.
I'm not doing this right
Oh,
now. Hey, Mimo has
no.
a question for every single one of us, guys.
Aqua, sunshine.
All right.
How long should I time out
okay.
Una?
What's up? Mimo has a question for all of us.
All
I've
right.
seen the take that if there were a new game with the new groups, that Muse should be recast to keep them present. How do you feel
What?
about that take?
What? What?
I personally
What?
feel. Hey,
What?
let me finish the damn
What?
question.
What?
Please.
What?
I personally feel like that's a bad idea, but I want to hear what you all think.
First of all, I haven't
Basically,
seen that take, and I hope I never do.
Mimo, where'd you find that take?
It was
Please
on
tell me
my
where you found that.
One account actually.
Wait, please send it. Please, wait. Send it privately to me first. I want.
Wait,
Send it privately to me first. Send it privately to me first.
Wait,
No, send in the group DM. Send
I have to find it.
Send it in the group. Send it in the group.
Nishikino can't comment because he said that music, the R word. The R word so he can't even be part of this.
So I think stand down for this question.
No, I absolutely can be a part of this. What the fuck do you mean? Sorry guys, I'm not trying to get restricted on TikTok. No, that just made me so mad. Recast? That's a worse R word than what I said. Recast Muse? Are you
When I'm in a
serious?
horrible take competition and my
Oh
opponent is Memo.
God.
It's not
Oh
Mimo.
my
Mimo didn't
God.
say it. Mimo's
Oh my
no. Mimo's
God,
seen the
bro.
take. Mimo's seen the take.
That's
Listen, I'm just
Hey, man.
reading
I
posts.
got another R word for you. Go eat some rat poison. Like that's some crazy stuff to say. Like, what do you mean?
Go eat some
What do you
ramen.
mean recast? Recast Muse? Are you All right, someone else talk. I'm about to mute. I'm about to rage on TikTok.
Well, low key, I was thinking about this when you had your R word conversation. But like, I think if they are in the business of like sunsetting or decreasing Muse's activities, that's like in part why they cameo in Bluebird, because like now Uchi can have a small speaking role in an anime or a future game. I'm just surprised that she's the only one, if that's actually what they're intending on doing. But I don't know. Maybe it's just coincidence.
Bro, let me just come off mute to say whoever had that take is going to hell. Like, that's such a disrespectful thing to do. How dare you insinuate that Muse should be recasted? Like, after all they did to build this legacy, are you I'm sorry. I just personally feel like one of the things that makes Love Live the most special, like the most special out of like all the different idol properties, is the relationship between the seiyus and the characters and how they actually interact. It's not like the seiyus are just there in the background. Like the seiyus are just as integral to the part to like the franchise as like everyone else. Like that's so disrespectful. Like I, fuck that
You
take.
know,
Like that's a terrible
that
take.
is a crazy thing to say after they literally just uploaded a new Muse nowadays on YouTube
They just uploaded one.
this morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know where
I've
they
been
where they
behind.
use their voices.
Yeah.
There's subs on it too.
Oh yeah,
Because
there is subs on it.
because the cast is important. Like Ebisu literally said at SoccerCon, I don't think we could have had Love Live be what it is if even one person from Muse was different. Like this is whoever made that take is just not a real fan, and I'm taking their badge from them. Like go to hell. Like who gonna beat
Mimo.
my ass? Who
Mimo
gonna beat
catching-
my
and
ass?
Mimo
accept your
catching strays.
response. I would not like that. Next.
Next question. If anyone has any, you know.
TikTok, do you guys got a question, TikTok?
Nice call for Q&A. So
Question for
Uh,
anybody in particular, or question for all of us?
about Bluebird.
It could be anything.
It could be,
let's just have
it could
some
be
fun.
anything, you know? You know, fuck.
Okay, give me your social security number.
Okay, give me your phone number right now, Sauce.
Oh, I found the
Okay.
tape.
About the new content about Aqua.
Wait.
I think we're only gonna take Bluebird questions right now.
Aqua VTubers.
Favorite
send it.
ships. Ooh.
Send it. Send it.
I think we can talk about that maturely. Favorite Ikizu ship.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Noodle,
let
you want to
someone
go
else
first?
go.
I'm not too into the shifts for this one actually. I'm not too much into the shifts for this group specifically.
Boring.
Get the fuck, bro! Get your the fuck up, bro! Let me. Can I breathe for a split second?
Name 11 Ikizu live characters, Noodle.
Honoka.
Let's see. To be honest, I'm not really that much of a ship person in general, and that's kind of going. I think when I first got into the franchise, I was in high school, so I kind of was more on the, oh my gosh, Nose Ellie's so cool, or Yohariko's so cool. But like, I feel like I grew out of ships because I feel like their friendships were more front forward. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's other things that were also more front forward. I mean, you cannot absolutely deny the amount of gay tension that there is in this franchise.
Especially
I don't
Hasu.
sit there
Cause
at night thinking about like, oh my gosh, what if Polka and Shion held hands? Like, I just don't think about that kind of thing.
But what if they did?
Yeah, I am not the same. I actually wake up on the daily thinking about what if Akihana? What if Akihana?
Wait, they actually
Oh,
hold
boy,
hands in
from
the
video
song
out of
we're listening
nowhere.
to right
Yeah,
now.
I know they hold hands. I love it so much. No, I mean, but I understand what Hoshi's saying. I think I'm kind of the same way. I got into Love Live in high school, which back in the day it was you could not get away from Koto Umi. You could not get away
No.
from Nozo Ellie, Nico Maki, Koto Umi in that order. You couldn't get away from them. Nowadays, the shipping spirit in Love Live has calmed down a lot, and so I think that has allowed for me to kind of grow out of it, but still appreciate it. And so, even though I really like Akihana, and that's like my favorite ship because I think that both of their personalities just have interesting dynamics that could play out. I actually think with Ikizu that I could ship all of them together. I could ship them all together at the same time. I could let them just be friends. It's not that deep to me. besides Akihana. It's not that deep to me. And I think that's the strength of Ikizu right now. Because all of the characters do mesh together extremely well. And the Seiyu's adding fuel, Nori, bro, Shake and Sekoria with their baiting, their Hime Joshin get out with them. And that's a lot of fun to see. That's a lot of fun to see as a viewer.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah, I mean Mira Nori is pretty free just because the Seiyu push it so hard. I mean, I don't feel like super strong about ships really, but I got Oshi bias. You know, I'm always rooting for Aurora and Midori to do something funny together. I even wrote like a fake Twitter arc for April Fool's Day where Aurora's gonna confess and then she forgets to show up.
That's a good
Oh my
one.
There was
god,
also a
you preempted Tomodachi life.
true. I was manifesting. There was
There
also a
is a
follow-up question.
yes.
Sorry, just do you expect a ship to actually be confirmed in Bluebird? No. Thanks for the question.
Yes. Yes,
What?
actually.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
I've said this before. I've said this
Dude,
before. I'm
Secret,
100%
secret,
serious.
secret
Wait.
third thing.
Okay, but do you mean like confirmed like Nozo Ellie Rinpana style, or like confirmed confirmed?
I
on
think that they'll
screen in
be
anime?
explicit. I think they'll be explicit about it. Me personally, I
Mm.
think that they'll be explicit about it. I've said this before in the servers and on my TikTok lives before. I think that if Bluebird continues at the rate at which it's going with the storytelling, and this is a huge if, you know, it could not happen, but I think that they're using this opportunity and this concept to touch on some serious real life issues that are actually affecting like or relevant to Japanese youth. And one of those issues is in fact homosexuality and having those,
Mm.
you know, feelings with, you know, the gay marriage thing going up and just in general. And we're also seeing a trend in anime where they are being more explicit about GL and Yuri relationships and stuff like that. So I think that there's a chance that they could develop a relationship and just use that to further expand upon this whole concept that they have where they're addressing relevant issues of the youth and they're not trying to act like they're in this imaginary world, but they're trying to act like that they're grounded in reality. I don't know if that relationship will be a confirmed couple, like they'll actually end up together. But I could see Hanabi having a crush on Akira, for example, or Aurora having a crush on Yukari or Midori. You know, I could see something like that, and we actually see it in the little videos too, like the little hints and stuff that are there. I don't think that's bait. I think that's planting the seeds for something bigger.
Can it top Suzuri and Sayaka though?
I don't know. I watched Hasu last
Whoa,
night.
whoa,
That
whoa,
was
whoa.
pretty
That's
gay.
a no.
That was pretty gay.
You know
But
what?
then again,
Suzuri
uh,
and Sayaka, Ginko
They-
Kaho, because it's so tragic and beautiful.
Okay,
That's
but
like,
do they have a child named Kachimachi?
that's fair. That's the point. They're never gonna have one because Kaho's so dumb. She doesn't know
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
going on.
So let's
She
see.
can basically
First
just
we did get a
play.
question. When did Love Live first hit for you? When did you really get invested in it? I got invested because there was a person in my life who is no longer part of it. But they showed me the snow halation video and the first one, the very first one. And I was like, oh my gosh, that one with, you know, the braid and the hat and everything, she is so pretty. Who is she? And they were like, oh, that's Nozomi. And I'm like, oh, who's that? And then, you know, I did a googly Google and I was like, oh, there's these, you know, whole bunch of pictures. And it ended up being School Out of Tomodachi and, you know, showing the cards that they had from SIF at the time. And I'm looking at all these cards of all these girls and I'm like, oh my God, they are gorgeous. The outfits are gorgeous. Who are they? And coincidentally, the second season School Idol Project was on, and I had made it just in time for the episode before the season finale, and it changed my life. I was like, oh my God, knows me.
does anyone else want to answer? I feel like I've been talking a lot. I'm trying to give you guys space to talk.
What was the question?
Because of
Love
like
Live first
shipping
hit for me. I
or
didn't actually.
No, it was when did Love
when
Live?
does Love Live?
First
Oh,
hit
when does Love
you?
Live get test?
Oh,
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
as soon as I got into it,
Me.
which it's like 2017 for me.
I-
It's like a
Hmm.
mid to late bloomer.
I mean, I found Love Live through top 10 idol anime YouTube video. That's ironically how I found it. And I was like, okay, sure. I like this start dash. It was like Honoka, Kotori, and Umi, and I enjoyed Sip a lot. So I was like, okay, I'll watch Sunshine. And I think Chika crying in the ocean about how she failed no matter how hard she tried really got to me. And I was like, okay, this is my show.
I got introduced to the game, introduced to the series via Osu, and I was originally just in it for the songs, but
That's so
I
beautiful.
think I think the anime in episode 3 for a lot of people came at a pretty good time, like when I was going through some stuff. So episode 3 of the original School of Project series was definitely like sort of like the start being like, damn, that's good, because I was watching it with some friends, but after episode 3 I had to continue watching it by myself and along with Sunshine, so it was kind of like it's kind of a journey thing that I had to go through.
Um, for me, I got into it. This is so crazy. I actually got into it because I had a friend who, at the time, was like, this was like 2014, 2015. So I was in like middle school, I think, about to go into high school. And he kept telling me about, like, oh my God, you should get into this, you should get into this. And I had heard about it, but I wasn't like super, I just was not interested in the idea of it. And then this dude, he sent me a dojin from Dynasty Scans. He sent me a dojin from Dynasty Scans. It was Nozomi centric, and it was like
Oh,
a doj. It was, yeah, it was Nozomi centric, and it was about Nozomi having a one-sided crush on Ellie, and Ellie and Honoka were together, and at the time, being like a middle schooler, I don't know why, that was just the most devastating thing ever to me. And I was like, all right, all right, all right. I'm feeling too many emotions for this. I need to see, like, is this like realistic? Newsflash, it wasn't. But I did watch, Soul Idol Project, and then I don't know how it happened. I know I was like heavy in the anime side. This was back when Love Live was huge on Tumblr, so you also couldn't get away from it on social media or Tumblr. Got into playing Civ, and then I got into Nico Maki. And for personal reasons, at the time, like Nico Maki was just really hitting for me. And next thing I know, I'm reading a bunch of fan fictions, and then somehow I meet the Seiyus. And once I learned those Seiyu names, it was over. I was cooked. I was cooked. I got like, so yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah, I love the story, and then I just stuck with it. But I would say what really got me into Love Live was the fandom and the creations that the fandom made, more than anything.
Yeah, I guess mine's a creation fandom made. It feels weird to say in 2026, but it was a big thing back in 2017. A little something called high quality rips.
what are those? Question
Uh,
mark.
yeah, there was a lot that prominently featured Snow Halation, and Nozomi was also like a meme character on the Siva Gunner YouTube channel.
Yes. Small
And
nozo.
I was just
Wow,
dead ass.
Nozomi keeps popping up.
I was just spending lunch breaks at my internship watching anime, and I'm like, I should check out the one this is from. And yeah, the rest is history.
Is this a good
Uh,
time to plug in that I do have small Nozo merch?
Oh
You
yes, I
do?
think I've seen the photo of it. Yeah.
I saw some other questions from the Discord server. I don't know if there's questions in Twitch chat. And like I said, TikTok chat, y'all can send out some questions too, because we're gonna be trying to wrap up.
Yeah,
Um,
I gave them a last call on Discord, but I did see two after that that we haven't talked about yet.
yeah. Um,
This one's like not. I don't know if there's really a big answer to this, but do you guys think Love Live is actually Yuri? No,
yes,
because they have to have an on-screen
Yeah.
relationship for it to actually be Yuri.
I think it is.
I think it is too.
Well, it also says slash lesbian, and I'm like that's never been
That's-
confirmed.
That's kind of like.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me go on my little spiel. I'm gonna try and keep this one short. You got to keep in mind that the genre of Yuri has evolved over the past 10, 12, however many years, and it's evolved since as far back as Utena and stuff like that. And so, for what it's worth, at the time that the original School Idol Project aired, they were Yuri in the way that you could be Yuri socially acceptably on TV. Like School Idol Project aired before gay marriage was even legal in the United States, and we know that it's still not legal in Japan. um I think that as further animes and projects for Love Live has come out, they have become increasingly more explicit, and they take advantage of whatever medium that they're on to be that explicit. Case in point, Hasuno Sora. I think Love Live is Yuri. I think if you look beyond the anime and you look at the other external things like the audio dramas and stuff like that, there's just countless things out there that it goes too far for it to be bait. And also, it was created by Sakurako Kimino, and yeah, I don't gotta say anything else about that. So yes, it's Yuri. To me. Actually, no. Screw that. It's Yuri. Period.
You put that subjective to objective immediately.
Because it is. I mean, I'm not arguing about that. I feel like if you don't think if you sit here and you try and say Love Live isn't Yuri, then you don't have media literacy. Even when Sif was a thing, and people would be like, "Oh, it's written for male gaze." It's like, yeah, but they go to an all-girl school. So even when you're playing this player character, you're playing as a girl because the character that you play at attends the school, and it's an all-girl school. So when they have those flirty moments, they're flirting with the girl. Like, come on, man.
Global
I'll give
SIS
it up.
wants to disagree with you.
Muse manga definitely Yuri.
Okay, yeah.
The other question was if you could meet a Seiyu and ask them anything, who would you meet and what?
Oh my god, Kristen.
What would you
Wait,
ask?
let's ask Kristen.
What would you
What would you
ask?
say? Yeah.
Oh snap. Oh my gosh. Well, the thing is that it's okay. So a couple years ago, I was sponsoring a convention online called AutoCon, and we had the dub voice for Maki, and we did ask a couple of questions, but ultimately at the end of the day, she said, we did that series so long ago. It's just not really. She implied that it really wasn't part of her life anymore, which is reasonable. I mean, gosh, it was so many years ago. It's also just about taking in the current tone with the person that you're talking to, because that really did kind of surface to everyone in that chat that day that, hey, this was a past work that she did. It's really just not relevant for her at that moment. What are things that we could ask this person instead of the role that she did? She was more than just a role, and even though she was just a dub, voice actress, I still think it's really relevant because a lot of people go up to these Seiyu and they make it seem like voicing that one character is their entire life. And we saw quite a bit of that at Castle Point Anime, where there was opportunities to ask Yuina or Uchida Shu some questions, and a lot of them wanted to submit things about Love Live, but not really their actual person.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of times people squander the opportunities to like find out more about Seiyu. And like if they're gonna ask some question about Love Live, it's either something very obvious that we already know the answer to and they just haven't been on the wiki or something, or it's something that they don't have the ability to answer. And I feel like people should take the opportunity to ask them about other aspects of their life. That being said, I would ask Shu Uchida a question because that's the only person I can understand.
Same.
No, but if we're being real, let's see.
Which we did, by
I-
the way. Idol Story did indeed do that. That was fun.
I would probably ask something to Anu or Seiyu just because there's less known about them online right now. I would ask Akane who her Oshi is because she is mentioned she's a Love Live fan, but unless it's on one of the radio programs that I haven't had the opportunity to listen to, I don't know who her Oshi is, and I want to find out. Which kind of goes against what I just said about asking them about Love Live, but that's important, you know.
I didn't really get the answer because I couldn't think of one, but I think my question would be a silly question like, do you dip your fries into your ice cream? Or what's something weird that you think you are the only person that does? Because surely everyone has that kind of idea, but then we all learn that, we do not have a single, unique experience.
Yeah, I probably just asked what's their favorite food. Not gonna lie.
Everyone asks about favorite food, but
I
does
know, but,
somebody
like-
ask whether or not you dip your fries into your fries?
Do you use your forks or forks in your left hand or your right hand?
Do you put milk or cereal first in the bowl?
Oh, that would get them to. It would get me to drop them if they don't say the right one.
You're no longer my Oshi if you pour milk in first.
Exactly. All right,
I don't know, I
let's
do it
hear from
sometimes.
Star so she can go to bed.
We
Oh,
love you,
sorry.
Star. Thanks for staying so long.
Oh yeah, I've had a fun time. I'm sorry I
I'm
couldn't
kinda
really
torturing
be
you
as
right now.
energetic as I could be, but it was fun. If I can get any say, you'd probably be Yuna, obviously. And for what I'd ask her, I don't know. Because my good friend Mark, managed to get me a signed T-shirt from her thing recently, Passive
Mark!
Point, which was really cool. And I was like, yay. But if I had to ask her a question, it would probably be like, what keeps her motivated to keep trying to succeed at things? Something like that. I don't know.
She did actually answer that. She says that making people happy
it was
makes her happy.
That's so cute.
Oh my god, we're getting that answered live.
Yeah, we need every
That's
Sayu
so
to do that 100
yeah.
question video.
Okay, so do you guys put your cereal or your milk in first?
Wait, pause. I do want to say they keep making this comment in the Discord server. So, Noodle, I think this is as good a time as any to announce that
Oh yeah.
this is
serious?
actually a
Right now?
podcast.
Right now?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, this is actually a podcast, guys. Welcome to the Love Live podcast. That's something that me and Noodle have been working on secretly for the past month, and we're going to
begin.
Don't react.
We're gonna be dropping the episodes soon-ish, and this will be one of the episodes. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys for being a part of it, knowingly or
Oh my
unknowingly.
gosh, history.
Hopefully this is not scuffed.
Yes, this.
Hopefully it's not scuffed.
Oh, and True to Love Live, we don't
no,
have a
no,
name.
don't reveal it. No, don't reveal it. No, don't reveal it. Don't reveal it. Don't you dare reveal it.
You could have played that off as like, oh, we're gonna make you guys vote on it, just like.
No, that's what we're doing. We're gonna make you guys
Why
vote
would
on a name.
That's baller. You heard
I
it here
don't
first.
react.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
But yeah, we are doing
currently-
a Love Life podcast. That's an actual thing. This is I want to say
first
test episode because I am actually
recording.
testing everything here, but we actually are.
Yeah, this
Yay.
is
What an
this is
honor.
the first episode. So we will be for quick spiel about our podcast is going to be a Love Live community podcast. We'll be trying to push out 2 episodes a month. First episode will be just me and Noodle. The second episode we will be inviting on members from the community to do something kind of similar to what we're doing right now, so we can like really get into how Love Live has impacted different people in the community, what it's inspired people to do, etc., etc., etc. So still kind of in the works, but this is going to be a part of it. So welcome to the show.
What?
Looking forward
Yay.
to it.
I'm so happy.
I'll be entirely honest. It wasn't even in the plan for me to be here.
It was.
It wasn't. It
You
was
literally
not.
joined like the
We-
last second.
I'm so glad I messaged like Sauce yesterday, and then he was like, "Yeah, Hoshi might be joining." I was like, "Okay, Noodle, put that down. Make sure you can handle that." But yeah, so we're gonna be doing that, and I just wanted to announce that since people keep commenting about it being a podcast, because guess what, it
Yeah.
is.
They
I have
accidentally plastered misinformation on the Discord. It's a Nishikino and Noodle podcast, and
I knew that was
we
our name,
circled into me
Nishikino.
being a guest.
I knew that was our name.
I knew it. Oh my gosh, I
knew
thought
it.
my name was I thought my name was Yazawa-kun. My bad. My bad. But yeah, okay, I have a question in TikTok chat. I don't know how many more questions we want to take or do. I also didn't answer the other question. I want to meet every Muse Seiyu, but I don't have a specific question to ask because I kind of just ask them whatever I want whenever I see them anyways. So yeah. But yeah, I have a question in TikTok chat. I don't know if there's any other questions that we want to get. I know that Star has to get to bed soon. So yeah.
Maybe we could fit in 1 or 2 more. I also would like to eat. I haven't
Yeah.
had breakfast.
Can we torture you more, Star? Like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast info. It will be on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube. I mean, Apple Music. Maybe Apple Podcasts and
Our
YouTube.
podcast.
Yeah, Apple Podcasts and YouTube.
We're gonna have a
and
Twitter.
Wherever else. Yeah, and we're gonna have a Twitter. We're gonna post.
We were
clips to
debating Blue
Instagram and
Sky. We were
TikTok.
debating Blue Sky.
So yeah. So we're going to do that. Don't worry, guys. You guys will get there. But yeah. So my question from chat comes from Cone, and we have. They asked, to those who grew up with Love Live, how are you feeling these days? How does the state of Love Live make you feel?
My wallet's empty. I have adult money, and I have no adult money. I went from being a high school kid. I mean, let's be honest. My high school anime club only wanted to watch shonen anime, and it was very hard to try to convince them to watch otherwise. So I was pretty much the only person who was into Love Live. Nobody really cared about it because they're like, oh, well, where's the blood? Where's, who's cutting up who? And is this girl gonna portray this girl? And I'm like, no, they're just singing and achieving the dream of saving their school. And they're like, oh. So that being said, I grew up with it solely online. And I'll be honest, there are things that I did back then that I wish as an adult I could kind of like slap myself in the face for. I used to draw a lot. I had carpal tunnel syndrome, and SIF really inflamed that carpal tunnel syndrome. But
Real.
there was nobody really to convince me to just put the game down. It's okay. Ranking is not important. SR rushing is not important. Your hands are literally swollen. I was sleep playing at some point. I hear Shocking Party and like I twitch sometimes when I hear Shocking Party because of just playing it in the middle of the night. Just my thumbs
Bro.
moving on their own.
I did that one time, man. You're strong. I could only do it that one time for that Christmas Maki. After that, I said no. Sif, you're not getting me again.
So basically, the bottom line is, if there is somebody that's telling you to slow down, take it easy, when I had mentioned time zones earlier about how it affects your experience with Love Live, and there was someone on Discord who said, if I'm awake, that's good. If I'm not awake, then I'll catch up on it later. And I think that was one of the healthiest responses that I've seen in a long time, coming from someone who is very, I have to be there right in this moment. I mean, even my staff knows that that is one big fault about me, is that I feel immense guilt if I'm not there in that particular moment to be a part of whatever staff is doing. So I'll get back in the basement.
Oh, okay.
But yes, everything is to be enjoyed with its limitations and in moderation. You're no lesser for, taking your time to enjoy something compared to somebody else who is chronically online. You're not lesser for touching grass and getting back to something later. You're not lesser than someone else who has 1,000 Nezaberry. We're all in this together, and I do like that lately the community is more into supporting one another. I mean, look at how many great creators we have even in this chat that's like trying to make a podcast. I don't know if anyone recalls, but the last community podcast we had was years ago for SIF, and it had some YouTubers on it, like Umida and Cerise, if that's how you pronounce her name. And that was like 10 years ago almost.
That's a long ass.
I didn't even know we had one.
Exactly, because it was so long ago.
Wow.
Can I say that this creator talk is also part of like, it kind of gives that hope that's like beyond just Bluebird as like, oh, what do you want for Bluebird? It's also just nice having a community that's posting videos about Love Live again. Because I feel like we lost so many with like the end of Stiff-Ass and all that stuff. Because you guys are like doing a podcast, which is like, yay, people care, engagement, and I think that's really fun.
I will say, because I thank you guys for saying those very sweet things. They're warm in my heart. I don't know about Noodle, but I she's like tapped out right now. She's like
Shocking
tapped out
news. He
right now.
doesn't have a heart. He used the word retired.
Real. But no, I actually, to answer the question, as someone who grew up with Love Live, how do I feel? I feel pretty great about Love Live, honestly and truly. And I think I'm gonna build on to like what everyone said. Like I think part of what made me not have like I've been a Love Live, I've been a Muse fan since 2014, right? So that's 12 years now, right? I've been
Ye-
Muse is a part of my life, Love Live is a part of my life, but part of what prevents me, I believe, from like having that nihilism or that doom posting that you see so common on Twitter, besides the fact that it's just Twitter, is the fact that like I never forced myself to get into any group beyond what I wanted to be interested in at any moment in time. And if that meant that I
Mm.
was going to be solely with Muse for 8 years, guess what? That meant I spent 8 years with Muse. I didn't disrespect the other groups. I didn't, you know, like ignore them, but like I that's not what I was interested in. And because of that, now I'm at a spot where like Hoshi, I have adult money. I can spend all my money in Japan. I can spend walk out of get laughed out of the school idol theater in Japan, not just getting Muse merch, but also, you know, Liela merch and Hasu merch and every other group merch, because now I'm at a space where I'm like, you know, I don't want to just be with Muse. I want to explore, but I'm going to explore on my own terms, and I'm not going to feel like pressure to have to get everything right now. I didn't rush to watch Hasu, but I still watched the movie last night and I still enjoyed the movie. You know, and when I finish Hasu, I'm going to really enjoy the movie. And that's kind of how I see things. And I think that's how you have to like to have longevity with any project or anything, but especially with Love Live, which is just so filled with passion, stuff like that. You do got to let yourself just like what you like and don't hate what you're not interested in, but you know, enjoy what you can enjoy. And that's why, you know, when I had the idea for the podcast, I was like, yeah, like this is just gonna be an opportunity for us to be passionate about Love Live, for us to show that people still enjoy Love Live and we love Love Live. And that's how I blew up on TikTok. Honest and truly, my first TikTok I made was the first TikTok that blew up, and it was just me with a pen like lip singing to Natsu Iro Egao. Like, you know, but I can do that because, you know, I took my time to get here. And so yeah, I feel good about the state of Love Live. I'm excited for Ikizu. I'm excited to see where Hasu goes. I'm excited to see where for what is it, Superstar goes when they do something with that, you know. So that's where I'm at, honestly and truly.
Star.
Um, it feels strange because I feel like I came in later than a lot of people did, but now I'm slowly becoming unks. I'm a little bit like, oh, there's people younger than me now. But I got into Love Live, I think I was like 2019. Maybe like I was like, oh, I can't remember, like 10, 11, 12. So somewhere
You
around
were
there
so
when I first got
young.
into it. I was very young. It was like 2019 era, kind of before COVID for sure. And I remember because I installed Surpass when it first came out on JP. Then I broke my phone, and I was like, no, I can't play Surpass. But, I think my having seen Love Live change and always having multiple games to play, I just for a while, like when Civ 2 happened and then closed so quickly, I was a bit scared. I was really worried. Then having the Asia tour, EG Gen Fest, all the concerts and stuff, and seeing a community that's now like I don't know, really working together, even though we do have fights occasionally, you know, we be beefing, whatever. Seeing people just be like, oh yeah, I love Love Live. I want to translate this. I want to make videos about this. I want to, you know,
Mhm.
talk to people who are also fans of it. I think that's just kind of given me that kind of like, oh, even if, I don't know, something changed drastically, there's a fandom behind it no matter what. And I think that's kind of been reassured in these past couple years, and I really enjoy that. So having like this platform, having enough followers to talk to people about my favorite thing every day is I really enjoy it. So I think I'm feeling really happy with Love Live at the moment, and I can understand why other people don't. But for me, I think I'm gonna be stuck on this franchise for like the rest of my life. Like I was 10, 11, however old then, and I'm 18. I'm slowly turning into Unk. I'm gonna be here in my 50s
Oh,
probably.
real.
Oh,
Wait till you get to the point where I'm at right now, where I'm like, holy shit, the Seiyus are younger than me? Like, forever.
They're still
The
older than me.
Seiyus were older. Yeah, they're still older for now. For now, actually, I think one of the Bluebird girls is 18. One of the Bluebird girls is
She's
18.
2007 though. I'm 2008.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
okay. So
Yeah.
next gen.
All right.
But
Hey,
like
hey, Noodle.
Yeah.
when you hit that, when you
Even
hit
Micah
that,
young.
when I hit Liela and I was like, wait, they're the same age as me. What the frick? Oh my gosh, that was so disorienting. That was so disorienting. All right,
Son,
Noodle,
don't
you
even
wanna?
start. Me and Niji say you are going toe to toe. But yeah,
Noodle, do you
Noodle
have
different.
something to add?
Uh, it's more so I'm just relaxing, going along with the wave. Not gonna lie, a lot of things I've had to say about certain things I've vented it all out like last year in certain videos, but now I'm really just along for the ride. I'm here for like chill in the community again, talk about my passion, stuff like that for what I love about the series, and honestly, that's just what I want to do.
yeah.
Us?
I've never had a problem with the content the franchise puts out. Like I jumped in 2017, in like the heyday of Sif. All Stars was about to come out. I pretty much saw Niji debut, and like that was that. But something that I do now that I didn't do when I first started was like partaking in live stuff like that. So that kind of like filled the gap where the game isn't right now. So, but there's always like something to enjoy, which is good. And I think the series isn't dire straits like some people say. I think it's just a matter of when it's high, you really notice it, and when it's almost at the peak but not at the peak, that just is a reason to say that it's declining. It's people looking for excuses, I think, but I think it's in a good spot.
I would
I
agree.
think it could be peak if they put Nozomi in every unit.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
like
want a
why?
package
Why
of
haven't they
so-
capitalized on that yet? In all seriousness, no. Um, so even as a Muse fan, like that's regardless of anything, that's my number one. Um, in 2025 alone, we got fed so many different artwork of them. I can't even complain on that front. Like I like the other groups too, don't get me wrong, but in the perspective of Muse fans who are like, oh, we don't have anything. I don't know. I was constantly screaming on Twitter within the past year. We were constantly getting fed
Bro,
content
look
last
at
year.
my wallet. I felt like every
I'm trying
week,
not to put
every
money into it.
week.
I'm
I
trying
feel
not to
like
put money
every
into it because yes,
week,
every new
bro.
artwork got acrylic stands. Yes, but
Oh my god, it was
but
so
if you're
bad.
see
Go
before I
ahead.
even had adult money, my thing was I was saving coins for merch, anything. If like I was doing odd jobs for merch. And when I say odd jobs, I mean like totally teenagerish things to do, like I don't know, take the trash out for the next 2,000 years. Like, okay, cool. Like, okay, I'll save up all that money and I'll get myself a little nosy thing. Um, so I didn't want to make it about that,
No,
but
I mean,
you could really
if you talk about content drop, you got to talk about merch drops, and I just feel like you can't say Muse is in a drought, bro. My wallet
oh
begs to
no,
differ.
nobody is. But I am saying that if you can't afford to spend the amount that I have had to spend on every Noseby last year, that's okay because it was honestly so enjoyable without it. And just being able to be along for the ride. I'm not sure how many of you follow shops or cafes on Twitter, but for example, last January, February ish, there was a pop up. Or was that this year? Oh my gosh,
It
am
was
I
this
getting
year. It
old?
was
What
this year.
pop-up was it?
It was
This
the
year.
uniform one about how everything sold out within like the first couple hours.
Oh, bro, that was so bad for my wallet. Oh my god, that was bad. That
But
was
just
bad.
even watching for free, the amount of people having a crash out, it's entertaining.
You want to know the coolest thing about that? I'm sorry, Star. If you got a drop, maybe you should drop. It feels like we're just gonna keep talking, but
I
the
think
cool
I will because it's like great.
Thank you
but
for being here,
I
Star.
would just
Listen, make
I
make
had
merch
such
its
a
own
good time.
podcast topic at a separate point.
No,
Oh
we
my God,
got
send this
to.
girl to bed.
Like, yeah.
I had
Sorry.
such a good time. No, it's
Yeah, no,
okay. I
appreciate
really
you
have
being
fun
here.
talking to you guys, and I'm so down to like do more stuff together and just talk about Love Live and do fun content stuff. And I thank everyone for watching and tuning in for this long. If you've been here for this whole time, if you came in for even just a minute, that was also really sweet, and I appreciate it. And I am really happy to have the opportunity to do this. And I will be on Twitter and possibly Twitch very soon to hang out with you guys. So thank you again and good night. Love you guys so much.
See
Good
you later,
night.
Star.
Yeah,
Good
thank
night,
night,
you,
Star.
Star.
Have a
Thank
good
you for
night.
coming. Well, actually, wait, you were planned. Thank you
You.
for being here.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
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 And Star's dead.
Yeah, I mean,
Sorry, I
if
was
you
just
guys-
gonna. I'm good. I'm good. I can say.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone,
I was gonna
everyone
say,
in my
if
house
you wanna-
left for the weekend.
If you want to transition to like just a regular chill chat, so your podcast isn't like 5 hours long, you can like formally close this event.
We're at 3.5 hours.
I'm
Oh,
ready to call it a night.
Oh yeah, we should probably wrap it up. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this Love Live Ikizu Live creator content discussion with all of us. This was honestly fun. I think we should try and do something like this more regularly. We don't have to do it like every week, but maybe like once a month having a discussion like this would be pretty nice. I don't know. How you guys feel?
I loved it. I'd be down to do it again. I tend to be a very private person. As far as I know, this is the first time as an Idol Story representative and manager that I've ever really put my voice out there. Besides that one IdolCon event back in 2020, which didn't have any archives. So this is very exciting for me. And honestly, I'd be down to do it again.
This was nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I absolutely love encouraging people to host events. It can be here, it can be elsewhere. It can feature me, it doesn't have to. If you have something set in stone, just let me know and I'll ping the role for people who want to join activities. But also follow Nudo, follow Nishikino. Check out their events. We're doing this because we're friends, we're a community. If you have the time and the means, support everyone that's here, especially Idol Story. They've been putting in the work since All Stars to keep us up to date with info. And yeah.
Please support Idol Story. Please, guys. This is the backbone of our community.
And from me to you guys, Idol Story just doesn't have the capacity to do creative things like be a YouTuber or be a TikToker. I am also just not that cool. But I will say the only reason why I even love Bluebird and Kizu Life so much is because Sauce's ambition and dedication to wanting to bring it over to global fans. That's actually how he became a staff member, by just making everything just feel so easy to get into. Because again, I'm very tech illiterate. I'm a very basic, clean cut person. I like to read things and just go forward from that. But Sauce just made everything so seamlessly easy. It was just a perfect introduction to Bluebird. And anytime anybody mentions it, the Discord is where I link them to.
So true. I do gotta give props to Sauce for that. I probably would not have gotten into Ikizu Live as much as I have after first live if I didn't like if I wasn't able to like find out about first live, join here, see the channel with the tweets coming in, find out about the resources and stuff like that. This was like this server really is an awesome resource for getting into it, and you did an incredible job putting this together and putting this out there. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Sauce.
no, thank you. Like
Maybe you were the secret sauce the community needed.
maybe.
Real.
Personally,
I
I'm
mean, the
looking
reason I
forward
do
to.
it.
Go ahead.
No, go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, I was
I
just
was
gonna say
the
personally, I'm
reason I
looking.
do this. We're doing that thing. All right,
We're
I'm
doing
quiet.
that.
I'm quiet now.
No, no, no. You should say what you're gonna say, and then I'll say what I'll say.
I mean, really, the reason I do this and why I did this in the first place is because I do think with new projects in general, like people are kind of aimless at the beginning and they don't know where to turn for resources. And there's fandom wikis, but I think we all know our gripes with fandom, and there's just not human feedback when you're just googling stuff to try and find out. And I think having people who can share the experience with you, who know about the series and can catch you up on it, and you can go through it together as it grows even larger. I think that's something that is important to have because it really makes it feel like you're experiencing something and it's not just stuff on a screen. So I'm very happy that a lot of people have come together. They come together in other spaces too, but like I've been seeing a lot of people from the beginning here that are just so excited for what's happened and what's going to happen. And that's really why we have a space like this.
Yeah, I can say for certain, for one, I appreciate that so much, and I feel like the space, like you said, like people are excited, and it shows off one of the best aspects I believe of Love Live in general, which is like the passion that people have behind it, and so for me as a creator, I am excited to continue working with you guys and partnering to keep being passionate about Love Live and Love Live Bluebird in particular.
I am excited to be part of the ride and go
The
and do
first
my
ride.
job and finally quality translating content for the Yukari chapter, which totally is I have not been stalling.
Yeah, I wasn't
Are
gonna
you,
say anything on here, but I did see a message come up that our second translator did their pass of the pages, so soon.
guys, soon you can cry in real time. Soon
Yep, we're gonna go
you can
back
do
into the
two.
basement.
You can too be
I'm gonna
sad.
let you all wrap up since this is gonna turn into a podcast episode for you guys, but I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming here, talking about this. People from all over the community. Some people in the Discord said they haven't even seen you guys before, so love exposing people to new creators. Making sure that the community stays tight knit and everyone knows everyone is a really cool thing. Last plug from me. If this is in the episode, it's going to happen already, but we might do it again in the future. Tomorrow's Cards Against Humanity. We got a afternoon and evening session with varying content in it, and we're doing a mini Love Live Radio on Saturday, which Discord people, if you're not in Love Live Radio, it's a server that does blocks of music every week. We're going to be doing it Sunday, and you can request songs. You guys are going to see the song list before we go live, so you know what you can request. Obviously, all EQC Live and some other stuff that's popular in Love Live too.
Yay! Patchy, 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 patchy. Well, that being said, I am heading out. Well,
Uh,
I hope to be part of something similar to this. Will I be part of Cards Against Humanity? I am not sure. I have rarely played the game and I fear playing it wrong, so maybe I would just watch.
I will say, as I just peeked at the options yesterday, I think you'll be fine. It's not like hard mode. It's
Yeah,
not hard
it's honestly it's just fill in the blank, but you have a hand of cards to work with.
Okay, so everyone can watch me fumble Cards Against Humanity tomorrow. Good night, y'all. Thank you so much for having me aboard as a last second guest. I really appreciate you guys making some room for me.
Thanks for being here, Hoshi. I was really excited to hear that you would be here.
Yeah, same.
Oh, thanks. Good night, guys. Good night, everyone in the
Night.
All right,
chat.
good
Take
night.
care.
Good night,
And
Hoshino.
I'm always available on Discord if anything. Good night.
I'm gonna keep up my TikTok stream, but I don't know if you guys want to still talk. I know Nulu probably is gonna end the recording on her end. I kind of have a free Friday night because the computer store closed, so can't go get my water cooler like I want.
Yeah, I'm free to do whatever after this, but I'm probably gonna die in like an hour. I mean, on a live in an hour. Go to sleep, you know.
All right, I don't know. It seems like we're wrapping up. It seems like everybody's wrapping up. We have kind of been here for 3 hours. That's a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. All right, guys. I'm gonna hop out the Discord. I'm still gonna talk to my TikTok chat though. Thank you guys for having me. Thank you guys for being an engaging chat. I'll see you guys the next time we do something like this. Bye.
Bye, Nishkina.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Sauce, for doing this.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's redeemed a drink water. Are you doing okay?
I'll be fine. Don't worry. Thank you though for hosting this entire thing. It's been really good.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate
Have
you.
a good
Man.
rest of your night.
You too. That was good. Yeah, that was good. I'll Steve, we can if Steve's here, we can check out, we can do Yupamu another day if that's okay with you guys. Maybe Sunday or so, maybe next week, maybe the weekend.